in accordance with the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990. If you require a disability-related modification or accommodation to attend or participate in this meeting, including auxiliary aids or services, please call the City Clerk's office at 310-952-1720 at least 48 hours prior to the meeting. Public information. The public may address the members of the City Council on any matters within the jurisdiction of the City Council or on any items on the agenda of the City Council during the designated public comment periods. There will be 2 oral communication sessions, one for agendized items, comment about items on the agenda, and the other for non-agendized items, comments about items not on the agenda. The oral communication portion of the agenda is limited to a duration of 1 hour unless otherwise approved by the City Council. Comment time is normally 3 minutes, depending on the number of speakers. Public viewing available by live stream on the city's website. The meeting will be streamed live over the internet, www.carsonca.gov, or on YouTube, www.youtube.com/c/City of Carson, California, official YouTube page. Cable Spectrum, Channel 35, and AT&T Channel 99. If you are unable to attend the meeting in person, public comments can be submitted before the meeting. Email. Public comments can be emailed to cityclerk@carsonca.gov. The cutoff time to submit any email communications is 3 p.m. on the day of the meeting. Written communications can be dropped off at the City Clerk's office at City Hall. The cutoff time to submit any written communications is 3 p.m. on the day of the meeting. Written communications dropped off at the City Clerk's office or any email received will not be read aloud at council meetings, but will be circulated to City Council and incorporated into the minutes. Thank you. Today is Tuesday, May 6th. Okay, my meeting is being called to order, everyone. Thank you. Today is May 6th. I'm calling to order the City of Carson Housing Authority, Successor Agency, and Public Financing Authority, and the City Council. Roll call, Madam City Clerk.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Councilmember Rojas?
Present.
Councilmember Deere?
Present.
Councilmember Dr. Hilton?
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Hicks?
Present.
Mayor Davis Holmes?
Present.
Thank you.
We'll have a flag salute by Council Bishop Dr. Oh, wait.
We all stand. Place your right hand over your heart. Pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our invocation this evening will be from Pastor Bruce Douglas from Wheeler Street Baptist Church. Pastor.
Precious Lord, eternal God, Father of our Lord and Savior Jesus. Lord, we thank you for blessing us to come together. We pray that you bless us to be one. You said, not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit, saith the Lord. Lord, we pray for the Mayor, Lula Davis Holmes, to have a great service today and pour out a special spirit of wisdom. And we pray for the whole city council that we must be one as leaders of this wonderful city called Carson, California. Lord, we pray for wisdom so we can be one and we can understand what the will of God is for this wonderful city. Lord, we also pray for council. We pray for all of our firemen. We pray for all of our students, our teachers, our faculty. We pray for all the government workers of this building, from the janitor on down. Lord, once again, we pray for our youth. We pray that you'll just bless this season where they're coming into graduation. Lord, we pray that all these proms come down with no incidents. Lord, we pray for the businesses, Pour out your blessing. Pour out a hundredfold blessing upon the citizens of this wonderful city. Lord, once again, we thank you for the city of Carson, and we pray that you'll bless this city to be one of the greatest cities, not only in California, but in America itself. Lord, once again, we pray for Carson High. We pray for Magnolia. We pray for Del Amo. We pray for all of the LA County students that lives here and reigns here. We pray for the parents, Lord, that they may be great leaders for the children of this wonderful. We pray for parks and recreation. We pray that you'll bless our businesses, Lord, 100-fold. And we know we're going to be doing the Olympics. We pray that the mayor is able to close deals that will bring prosperity to this wonderful city. Lord, we ask you for these blessings. We thank you for your spirit, and we ask you to give us a wonderful day of victory in the triumphant spirit here in the wonderful city of Carson. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Pastor. Closed session items 2 through 3. Madam City Clerk, any comments on closed session items?
No, Madam Mayor.
Hearing none. Madam City Attorney?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. The council will hold a closed session. Actually, we're not going to take up item number 2, so I'm not going to announce it. Item number 3, a closed session will be held pursuant to Government Code Section 54957.6 to conduct labor negotiations regarding regarding Employee International Union, AIM, and CPSA, and American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees, AFSCME Local 809 part-time. The council will meet in closed session pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9 D4 because the city is considering whether to initiate litigation in one potential case. And Madam Mayor, I would like to ask the council to add a subsequent need item pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9 D1 to confer with legal counsel in the pending litigation matter of Slaughter versus City of Carson, case number 20 STC V35952. The reason I'm asking for this to be added because they have offered a settlement that has come to our attention after the posting of the agenda that cannot wait until the next agenda. Since we're in trial right now, I would need to get direction from the council.
Yes.
Motion to approve.
Pardon me?
Second.
Councilman Hilton, first by,
Moved by Mayor Pro Tem Hicks, seconded by Dr. Hilton.
yes. It's been moved and properly second.
Oral vote, Madam Mayor? Yes, please.
Okay.
Aye.
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 It's unanimous, Madam Mayor. Motion carries.
Thank you. We're going to recess to closed session. We should be back by 6 o'clock. Is that good?
Madam Mayor,
Yes.
would you consider taking up item number 27? It's on the consent calendar. It's a routine order of business, but it is about the project labor agreement that we set up with the building trades. And there's a lot of people here who get up early in the morning to go to work tomorrow.
Make a motion, or you have conversation on it? No conversation on it, but okay.
Sure. So I'll make a motion to approve item 27 as recommended by staff to extend the PLA.
Been moved and properly second. Let's do a roll call vote. You can do electronic? Okay. Please cast your vote.
Just for the record, Madam Mayor, there were comment cards on.
There were comment cards on this?
How many?
How many? Because we've already passed this.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to want to talk themselves out of a sale.
Okay, it's been moved and properly second. Please
Yeah, I
cast your
just wanted the
vote.
record to show
Reflect.
that there were
Okay.
5 comment cards.
Because we want you guys to go home and rest. Thank you. Cast your vote.
The motion is unanimous, Madam Mayor. Motion carries.
You didn't need to talk, did you? See you next time.
It was approved.
Okay, you won.
You guys approved.
Ray, are you good?
You good?
That Ray does a good job, doesn't he?
Did what?
Before they leave, who are we?
Who are we?
Who are we? Who are we? All right.
Thank you. What item was that, Councilman Deere? So I can.
I'm sorry?
What item was that?
That was item 27
Okay.
on the consent calendar.
Yeah.
Hello. We're ready. We're ready to start. We're ready to restart the meeting. Hello, everybody. Hello. Hello. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. We're ready to reconvene the meeting from a closed session. Okay, we need to report out. Assistant City Manager Lennox.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem Hicks. City Council met in closed session and considered 4 items. Item number 2, they did not consider. Item number 3, conference with labor negotiation was discussed. There was no reportable action. Item number 4, conference with legal counsel on anticipated litigation in one case, and there was no reportable action. And then the subsequent item that was added, item number 5, was discussed, and there is no reportable action.
Thank you for that report. Is Captain Norman is here? Where's Captain at?
Captain, tell the captain I'm going to move her out. We'll start her after I do some of these presentations. I know, but let her, Captain. Captain, can I move you after I do a couple of these presentations? Okay, thank you. What's next?
Basketball got finals going on.
Okay, I know. We're going to do, and I'd like you guys to be mindful of my staff is going to line you up, but we have to do the teachers. I promised them that I'd get them out earlier. Then we're going to do the students from Cal State Dominguez Hills. So as the teachers are coming up to the podium, we're going to take one group shot tonight. We're not going to have a lot of conversation like we normally do. And I have to respect your time because we were running a little late. So my first teachers, if you're here, start lining up and heading this way. We're going to meet you at the podium. It's teachers, we're recognizing Teachers Appreciation Lineup 2 over by Maisha. Yes, let's give our teachers a round of applause. Elizabeth, we're going to do one group shot. So be mindful, we'll get you all lined up. If it's too many, we'll do two shots. And we will call your names off. To my basketball players from Cal State University, Dominguez Hills, you will be next. So start gathering and lining up. And I just want to acknowledge you guys for your victories. But right now we're going to do our teachers. Good evening, good evening. Thank you for being so patient. This is a busy evening. We had a lot going on in the city, and I just want to thank all the parents, all the players. We did some wonderful things in the city this time around. So this is look at that. Oh, all these are teachers? We got to do 2 shots. But students, you need to see who your teachers are. Give them a round of applause again. Yes. And I'm going to just read this brief proclamation. It's certificates. What are the certificates?
Doesn't have names on them. They just have like.
Oh, they haven't got the names. Okay, she has the name. Let me read one of those. It's Teachers Appreciation Week, May 5th through 9th. And that's what this Teacher Appreciation Week, and that's what this resolution is. We want to make sure that our principals get one. And it says, whereas the teachers are entrusted with critical responsibilities of guiding education and inspiring the next generation of leaders, thinkers, and citizens, and whereas teachers serve not only as instructors, but also as mentors, motivators, role models, and advocates who dedicate their time, energy, and compassion to helping students reach their potential goal. Teacher Appreciation Week provides an opportunity for all of us, students, parents, administrators, and the community, to express our gratitude for the hard work, patience, and passion that the teachers bring into the classroom every day. Now, therefore, the mayor and the city of Carson, California, hereby proclaim May 5th through 9th, 2025, as Teacher Appreciation Week, and encourage all residents to join us in recognizing and celebrating the invaluable contributions of our teachers, whose dedication to learning shapes the future of our community. And I'm excited to bring all the teachers from Carson, the city of Carson, before you tonight. It's dated today, and I would say it's signed by your mayor. That's me. Lula Davis Home, Mayor Pro Tem, Councilman Hicks, the bishop, the doctor, our councilmember, Jawan Hilton, Jim Deere, and our councilwoman, Arlene Rojas, attested by our city clerk, Khalil Bradshaw. Thank you, thank you, thank you, teachers. You know I normally give you more time, but we were half an hour late. So Arlene, could you start calling off the names? How many teachers do we have?
All right. This is like the winner's circle, so we want to keep the energy up. So when I call your name, you're going to come up here, and we're just going to keep it going. So from Carson High School, Jasmine Benitez. Yes! All right. Okay, with 40 years teaching from Leapwood Elementary School.
She has 4 years teaching.
Well, no. She's got 4.
That's the wrong contact.
But we have 40 years from Leapwood Elementary School, Tanya McKay. Yes. Come on down. This is like a talk show, game show. All right. With 22 years of service from Delamo Elementary School, Pue Watanabe. Did I say that right? Pue Watanabe. All right. Congratulations. Okay, from Carson Street Elementary School with 29 years, Ramin Ansari. Yes. Congratulations. With 11 years from Curtis Middle School, Denise Andrade. Okay, with 25 years of the Academy of Education and Empowerment, Gabriel Baiz. Yes. As soon as you hear your school, make your way up. With 29 years from Town Avenue Elementary Community School, Stephanie Wakimura. I'll be back here. Yeah, thank you. 10 years from Catskill Avenue Elementary School, Rosalind Bellido. Rosalind Bellido. Okay, congratulations to Rosalind. Okay, from Rancho Dominguez with 10 years, Jose Casillas. Jose. Congratulations. Hello. I'll stand over here. Yes, with 25 years of service from 232nd. Oh, okay. Okay, so we'll do the last. Okay. The principal? Any principals? Come on.
Okay, that's it. Make sure you can see the camera. Please put the headband. I can't see you, so you can find a window there. Okay. Okay, everyone right here. Looks good. Sir, right behind, all the way in the back behind, Dr. Hilton, just if you there, there it is. Go a little more this way. Get your window. Maybe these two ladies just bend down a little bit. There, okay. All right, everyone looking here. And then. Okay, looks great. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Congratulations, everyone. Thank you. All right. Okay, the next batch. Are we ready? All right, congratulations, all the teachers. So let's keep this going. From 232nd Place School with 18 years, Susan Proctor. Congratulations, Susan. With 18 years from Stephen M. White, Rocio Espinosa. Congratulations. From Broadacres with 3 years, yes, Christine Hume Dawson. Congratulations. From Bonita Street, 3 years, Ariana Rodriguez. Ariana. All right. With 10 years, the Academy of Medical Arts, Susana Villegas. Congratulations. From Dominguez Elementary, Lisette Lopez. Lisette. Okay. Well, that's it. Okay.
Okay, can this whole side just take a step back? Go back. There you go. Yep, that was good. Okay, perfect. Yep, you got your window. Okay, there you go, everyone. Smile. Look over here. Beautiful, one more. Lovely, thank you, everybody.
Okay, congratulations. Oh. Principals, yes.
You guys stay exactly where you were so I can see you. This time
Thank you. Good to see you. Yes, thank you. Okay, so let's, where did I miss? Did I do Lisette Lopez? I did, right? Lisette? Okay, congratulations. From Annalee Elementary School, Laveda Harris. All right. Yes, congratulations. Laveda Harris. Okay. From Ambler Elementary School, Stephanie Tate. Yes. Congratulations, Stephanie. From Caradale Learning Community STEAM Academy, Heather Gasparo. And then from Carnegie, Ishmael Ortiz. Yeah. And then from Dolores Street Elementary, Deidre Yonekawa. All right. Yes, congratulations. Now, we have all our principals. All the principals, come back up. Make sure we see everyone. I will. Here.
She's squeezing in here. We have to scoot over and look at to give her space. There you go.
Do we need more to move there?
No, we're good. Got you. I got it. Go like this. Yep. One step toe. Closer. Yep. We just have to coordinate. Yeah, right there. Good. All right, everyone's looking here. Right here.
A big round of applause, all the teachers. Thank you for all you do. Wow, thank you. La vida.
Thank you. Mom, did you Oh, you have those? Yes, they are. Where's the one? They're all in order already. The ones that are marked.
Oh, they're all ready? Yeah. All right, let's go.
Can I have your classroom voice? Listen up, everyone. Listen up. Listen up, students. Item is a certificate of recognition to various Cal State University Dominguez Hills teams for their achievements this year. It's my distinct pleasure to recognize these remarkable students. Our women's basketball team. Let's give it up for the women's basketball team. All right, my alma mater. This season, they did more than just win. They made history with a phenomenal record of 36 wins and only 2 losses. These champions captured the CCAA regular season and tournaments title, where they were crowned West Region champions and proudly completed the national championship game. These achievements speak volumes to the individuals, and also they're graduates. They're at Cal State University, Dominguez Hills. Carson University, my alma mater. Ladies, this is a first. We are so proud of you. Thank you so much for representing Carson, because your university is in the great city of Carson. Not in Dominguez Hills, it's in the city of Carson, okay? So we're gonna call out, Nalea Williams was a powerhouse, earning titles like WB. Who is Nalea? Where is she? Who? Come on up here, girl, I wanna see you. Player of the Year, D2 CCA West Region Player. Look at all these awards. D2 CCA West Region Player of the Year and CCA Player of the Year. while also leading the nation in steals. Girl, you better go, girl.
Appreciate
All
it.
right.
Thank you.
Okay, so Asia Jordan, she won CCA tournament. Where are you, Asia? She's not here. Okay, well, she won. I'm reading it. Tournament MVP and made all CCA first team alongside of Nalea.
Malia, yeah.
That's the end. Oh, okay. Freshman Christina Jones was named CCAA Freshman of the Year, showcasing a bright future of this program. And let's not forget the coach, John Bonner. Where are you, John? Who was rightfully named CCAA Women's Basketball Coach of the Year. Awesome. And last but not least, let's not overlook the academic success of this team with a 3.17 cumulative GPA. Proving they are champions in the classroom also. I love it. Please join me again, and let's give these ladies a round of applause for their dedication, their heart, and their undeniable excellence. I'm gonna have our councilwoman read off the name. How many of them do we have? Can I do one shot? You want one group shot? We can do one group shot?
I think we could do it, yes.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, come on down. Joelle Benoit. I'm saying it French. That's the French way. Benoit. Okay. Kylie Edgar. Come on down. Amare Farrell. Malia Goldsmith is not here, but we'll mention her. Malia. Zana Hurst. Christina Jones. Tiara Jones. Not here. Asia Jordan. Congratulations to her. Devin Lewis. Kaya Pearson.
Asia Jordan.
Jada Sanders. Tegan Thurman, Milan Tuttle, and Hosanna Walker are not here. Nala Williams. Everybody's here? Okay. Come on. Oh, we have these athletic ladies. They can get on their knees. All right. And we've got the coaches. Yes. Coach John Bonner. Yes, he's here. Christina Jones, and where do we have another coach? Did I miss?
My coaches' awards, certificates.
Okay.
Where's the coaches' certificates?
Come on up. Come on up. Squeeze in.
Raven, do I have any certificates for my coaches? Please put them on the list. Without them, come on now.
Warriors on 3. Don't teach it hard. Warriors at 5.
Thank you, thank you. Congratulations, job well done. Thank you. We'll get these pictures to you.
Everybody's tall.
Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. What's next?
The names. Okay. Oh, you butcher.
Okay, listen up, listen up. This group of athletes not only dominated the court, but elevated our city's name to the national stage. With an outstanding 30-win, 6-loss record, they were the CAA regular season and tournament champions, West Region champs, and fought their way to the national championship. I watched that game, by the way. You guys lost by 1 point, huh? One point, yeah. This season was marked by strength, grit, and teamwork. Teamwork is what makes the dream work. Jordan Hillstock, come on over here. Jordan, he's not here? Well, he's in class? Oh, here?
Dedicated.
Okay. He was the defensive player of the year, anchoring the team with elite defense. Adam, are you here? In class. Earned spots on the all CCAA first team with Jeremy, and also being recognized as 4 times as Flo College CAA Player of the Week. Head coach, Steve Becker. Where are you, Steve? Come on down, Steve. Earned the title of CAA Men's Basketball Coach of the Year, a testament to his leadership and vision. Off the court, these young men maintain a stellar 3.2 GPA. How awesome is that? Setting the bar for what it means to be a student athlete. Give our men another round of applause. You put us on the map. You guys are awesome. So, Councilwoman, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
We're going to continue this winner's circle here in the city of Carson. Congratulations. And, oh, they're testing me here. Okay. Come on down. Adetominiyi Adesi.
All right.
Did I get it? Did I get it? All right. Adetominiyi Adesi. All right.
Adam?
Thank you. Okay. So we've got Adam and Isaiah not here. We've got Zaonte Boothman. Zaonte. David Cheatham.
Yeah.
Jeremy Dent Smith. Alexander Garcia. Damien and Jordan are not here. Luke Lynn. Demorian Lowe.
Thank you.
Promise Madubugwu. Joshua and John are not here. John Thomas Tan not here. Jaden Winfrey.
Low.
And we've got Coach Steve Becker. You're here, right there.
Why are you so short?
Ooh, Lord.
Closer. Everybody come closer.
Yeah, you step way.
Everyone's a lot taller. We can fit it.
Where's Joshua?
Is Joshua here?
Joshua Ramirez?
Hey, you.
All right. Joshua Ramirez is here.
I've been watching
All
this
right.
kid play since high school. My goodness.
Good to see you.
Good seeing you.
Wow. Okay, come. Over here, over here. Oh, Jawan, come up. There you go. Okay.
That's Jaden.
Wow.
And Jordan, he'll stop.
Excuse me, sir. You can actually come on this side.
Well, I want him next to me.
I feel shorter than
Jaden,
ever.
I want you next to me so when your mama sees this.
There you go. Get your window. All right. Everybody can see. And you, sir, just get right up.
block him, but I can't.
No, you're not gonna block. No, you can come right here, and then you guys come up over here. You guys can come up. Get up a little bit more. Right there. There you go. Just find your window.
Some made their own window.
All right, you guys look great. Okay, here we go. Beautiful. One more. Everybody's looking at this camera here. Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations. Wow.
Okay.
That's it.
I knew it was 7. I didn't know if it was 7-1, 7-2.
Thank you, guys. Proud of you.
7 even.
Jesus Christ. I'm 5 even. Thank you. We're so proud of you. I watched that. I was rooting for you at one point. Wow.
Thank you.
What's the next one?
2024 dance 2024.
Where my dancers? Where my
Are these
dancers
dancers?
at? Where my dancers at?
Oh.
Where my dancers at?
Where's our DJ? No DJ?
You can stay right there. I'm gonna call you by name. Wait. They good.
I love it. I love it.
I'm honored to present the 2024 Cal State University Dominguez Hills Dance, the national champions for Division II Spirit Rally. Under the leadership of Coach Foster and her incredible coaching staff, Marcel Maldonado, Chante Alex Moore, Alexis Moore, and Mitzi Hernandez, this team has shown that what they can accomplish with hard work, determination, and teamwork. To the athletes, to the dancers, they're not like us. Congratulations on this well-deserved victory. You made our city proud, and your dedication is an inspiration to all of us. Thank you for bringing this national championship title home to your city, the city of Carson. We are so proud of you. Thank you very much. Give them a round of applause.
Okay. Come on down. This is you're going to have to bust a move when I call your name when you come up here. So, Anika Vega. Come on down.
Come on down.
All right.
Let me see what you're working with.
Yeah. So we have Isabel, Ajane, and Nat. They're not here. So Judith Ramirez, come on down.
Hey, Judith, bust that move, girl.
Chamwa.
Thank you.
Smith.
Chidwa.
Chamwa
Smith. Yes, all right.
All right. Jasmine Moreno.
Yes, Jasmine.
Ciara
that move, girl.
Terrell.
There you go, Jasmine.
Hey, Jasmine.
Okay, we've got Santiago,
Hi,
Janelle,
Tiara.
Samantha, and Fionn Gaines. I don't see them here, but we have some people that are here, right? Are you part of the team?
So they're part of the 2025 team.
Oh,
This is 2024.
yes. Oh, I don't have the names.
We don't have their names.
Oh, we
Oh.
do? Okay.
Okay, let's
wanna
do the 2024 photo op, and then we do the 2025. Come on. Yes. Coach, come on down. Come on, line up.
I love it.
You want us to, okay?
Hold your certificate up.
Somebody can't CC, little CC.
Hey, little CC.
Right here, everyone, look right here.
You good, Darren? I got you. Congratulations. Okay, the next group is the 2025. You guys are gonna have to show me how to make those moves. I tell you, I want to be a champion. Tonight we're recognizing the achievements of the 2025 dance team. This year they placed third at the 2025 Nationals and Division 2 Spirit Rally. And here are your 2025 USA College champions in Division 2 Hip Hop. All right. Again, the coaching staff, thank you to the coaching staff for helping them to reach the highest standards. To the athletes, your commitment, creativity, and spirit continue to uplift not just your campus, but also the city of Carson and the 96,000 residents that are here. Tonight, we proudly present certificates of recognition on your success, and we look forward to your accomplishments next year. I want you back here, okay? Congratulations. Head Coach Foster. Come on back, girl. Assistant Coach Maldonado, Assistant Coach Moore, Assistant Coach Hernandez, and Assistant Coach Espinoza. Thank you. Shamay Smith.
Where's Shante?
Shamaya.
Shante. Mitzi?
Shamaya.
And Brooke? Brooke not here?
Sierra, you gave hers out. Judith Ramirez.
And Marisol?
Talea Williams. Erica Robles. Kaylee Petty. Who didn't, what's your name, sweetie? Crystal Camacho, come on down. I saw you. She was one of the first ones. No Crystal Camacho? No, I'm looking for a certificate.
You see yours? Is this yours? No,
Crystal.
that's-
Congratulations, lady. And your name is? Talea?
One more. No.
No, the one behind me.
I saw it. We have it. You just saw it, right? Maybe it's- They're sticking together.
Talea Williams.
Talea Williams, right here.
There we go.
Here it is, right there. There you go.
Who else?
Who?
Eric Robles.
Eric.
Eric.
Get next to the coach.
Thank you, Eric. Everyone has a certificate?
No, Kayla Petty.
Kayla Petty, this is the last one I called.
I think hers is there too.
Hers in the back.
Do you need more?
She was the last one.
She was in the back.
Thank you. All right, ladies, find your window. Congratulations. Come on down.
A little bit.
We can actually stand you right here. There you go. Right there. Perfect. Yep.
Go closer. Come on, everyone.
Better? Yep. There you go, coach. And then, yep. Can you just tilt your head a little? There we go. All right, perfect. All right, sir, and then move your head closer. There it is. Beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate you. What's next?
Only one is here, but it's on.
Is this me or who?
Yeah, it's a deputy.
Deputy Nicholas Martinez, are you here?
Yes.
I'm going to let the councilwoman read this. I'm just so honored. If you watched, well, I'll let her explain.
Yes. So tonight I have the great privilege of recognizing two outstanding mayors of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department for their extraordinary bravery and service during the January 2025 fires that swept through the Los Angeles areas. We are proud to present certificates of commendation to Deputy Quinn Alcon,
Yes.
and Deputy Nicholas Martinez for their heroic actions during this crisis. Their courage, quick decision-making, and commitment to protecting lives under dangerous and unpredictable conditions truly exemplify what it means to serve with honor. Although Deputy Alcon is unable to join us this evening, we recognize her with heartfelt appreciation for her role in ensuring the safety of our communities during such a critical time. We are fortunate to have Deputy Martinez with us tonight to accept this commendation on behalf of both himself and his fellow deputy. Deputy Martinez, your bravery and leadership reflect the highest standards of public service, and we are deeply grateful. On behalf of the City of Carson and the City of Council, we thank you both for your dedication, your courage, and your service. Please join us in recognizing Deputy Quinn Alcon and Nicholas Martinez for this commendation. Congratulations. And thank you for keeping our community safe. And also during this month, we are, this is First Responders Month. So
Yes, it is.
Thank you for all you do. Thank you for your service. Thank you, Captain.
And I wanted the captain just to give a brief, because if you watch the news, yeah, I'm talking about bravery. Captain.
Deputy Martinez and Deputy Alcanis were a team of two when they went in to rescue a centurion in Altadena. Had it not been for Deputy Martinez and Deputy Alcanis, then it may have been a very unfortunate incident. They interjected, took the centurion down, and exhibited heroic actions and bravery, and we so appreciate their service. Thank you so much, Deputy Martinez.
And on behalf of our grateful city, this certificate of accommodation is presented to you, Deputy Nicholas Martinez. Your bravery, your leadership, I mean, everything you sacrificed that night. And I was just so moved. I saw it you probably saw it on TV also, that they went in. How old was the person? She was over 100 years
Yeah.
old. And they went in because their census says someone else is in this building. And they went in and risked their lives, and your actions just exemplify the highest standards of service and reflect the great credit. You know, you just did a fantastic job. And you represent the LA County Sheriff Department well, but not only, you represented the city of Carson, and I'm just so thankful to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Would you like to say a few words?
No, I'm okay. I've said enough.
Oh, you said enough. Thank you. Thank you for coming back.
Thank you.
Which one is this for? Oh, the USC students. How many more do we have? 4. Councilman Hicks.
We have certificate of recognition to the University of Southern California students for winning the first place for the Sunstone Economic Development Challenge on behalf of the city of Carson. Where are they?
Come on down.
Oh, okay. We have certificates in recognition of your exceptional achievement in winning the first place prize as the Sunstone Economic Development Challenge. And this certificate is awarded in acknowledgement of your innovative ideas, strategic thinking, and outstanding dedication to economic development, which has brought honor to both the University of Southern California and to the city of Carson. Your work demonstrates a commitment to build a brighter future throughout solutions and thinking out thoughtful solutions that provide an impact on our communities. Your success is a testament to your hard work, creativity, and the collaborative spirit that drives progress. The city of Carson celebrates your accomplishment and thank you for your valuable contributions to shaping economic growth and development. Dated today by the entire city council, we want to say to you, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. You have your certificates?
Sydney Yee, Reddick Retta,
Hi there. And we also want
and
to
Chris
thank.
Gonzalez Pepe.
Who is Chris?
He's not
We can take it.
okay.
Thank you. Thank you. And we also want to thank Sunstone Cities for putting together this great event. And we have in attendance with us tonight Mr. Ryan Vong and Ms. Gazelle Cruz from Sunstone Cities. Come on down. Do we have something for them?
Everyone's looking right here. One more. Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations. Who is this for? Small Business Week. Council. Oh, no, it's you tonight.
We
were just there.
Yeah, we. Right.
got the other mic.
Oh, here we go.
All right, tonight we're proud to recognize a small business that represents culture, community, and purpose. Ron Dazan is the founder and CFO of Telefo Coffee Company, a proudly Filipino-owned specialty coffee brand that began as a farmer's market pop-up in 2027. His mission has always been to share the story and flavor of Filipino coffee while supporting farming communities through ethical trade and stability. Today, Telefar Coffee stands as a hub for cultural pride and connection. And we're especially excited to welcome them to their newest location right here in Carson, directly from the city of Carson, that other coffee house that had that colored door. It is my honor to present this Small Business Week proclamation to Ron and his coffee company. Let's give him some love.
National Small Business Week. Is that your wife? Come on.
Come on. Oh, she's right there. Come on. You get your wife. The whole family. Come on, family.
We're trying to get out. Look, she's
Come on down, family.
They got you anyway. Come on down.
Come on.
Stand next to your man.
Any cups of coffee with you? Right across the street.
Buy your coffee jacket.
It will definitely keep us awake. What's next? Who is that for?
This was me.
Oh, there, you got another one. Where's the little note for him?
I got it right here. I'd like to call our city clerk and her staff. I see some of her staff sitting outside. The city clerk, I think. I see some of your staff. This is a proclamation in recognition of Municipal Clerks Week. Whereas the office of the municipal clerk, a time-honored and vital part of local government, exists throughout the world, and whereas the office of the municipal clerk is the oldest among public servants, the office of the municipal clerk provides professional link between the citizens, the local governing bodies, and agencies of the government at other levels. Municipal clerks have pledged to be ever mindful of their neutrality and impartiality, rendering equal service to all. The municipal clerk serves as the information center on function and local government and community. And whereas municipal clerks continually strive to improve the administration of the affairs of the office of the municipal clerk through participation in education programs, seminars, workshops, and annual meetings of their state, provincial, county, and international professional organizations. Whereas it's most appropriate that we recognize the accomplishments of the office of the municipal clerk. Now, therefore, the mayor and the city council of Carson, California, do hereby recognize the week of May 4th through the 10th as Municipal Clerks Week, and further extend our appreciation to our municipal clerk, Dr. Kalia Bradshaw, and all municipal clerks for the vital services they perform and their exemplary dedication to their communities. Signed this day by all of us, attested by the city clerk.
Madam City Clerk, what's next? Thank you. Pacific Islanders, what's, Councilwoman?
Yes, thank you. Okay, so we are celebrating Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. And I'll read the proclamation. It's the Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, whereas, it's better to see with these eyes. Each May, we recognize Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month as a time to honor the generations of AAPI individuals who have enriched the history, culture, and progress of the United States through their strength, resilience, and contributions. The AAPI community encompasses a vast diversity of cultures, languages, and traditions, representing countries and territories across East Asia, Southeast Asia, South Asia, and the Pacific Islands. And specifically, we are doing the Philippines. So we also recognize the challenges faced by AAPI communities, including discrimination, xenophobia, and underrepresentation, and recommit ourselves to building a society rooted in equity, inclusion, and justice for all. During this month, we celebrate the stories, the voices, and accomplishments of Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders, and reaffirm our collective responsibility to ensure that all communities are seen, valued, and empowered. Whereas Americans who trace their ancestry to Asian American Pacific Islanders have contributed much to the city of Carson. We celebrate the achievements and contributions of Asian American Pacific Islanders. We have enriched our society, excelling in many fields, including education, business, science, technology, government, sports, and the arts. As we celebrate Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, we are reminded of the richness of the Asian Pacific culture and how it enhances the American experience and greatly contributed to our city's legacy of diversity, and that is our city of Carson. So therefore, the mayor and the city council and the citizens of Carson, California, do hereby proclaim the month of May as Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. And we congratulate everyone. We're coming up on next month, where we're gonna have our Philippine Independence Day celebration. And we have here the recipients of KNL are Ave Jacinto, Joel Jacinto, and Tinette Sommelier from the Kayamanang ng Lahi, which translates, come on up, which translates as the treasures of our people, is a multi-generational, family-oriented Philippine folk arts and dance organization based in Los Angeles. Founded in 1990, Kayamanang Lahi's mission statement is to inspire transformation through cultural understanding and artistic expression so that we empower ourselves, our families, our communities, and enrich society. Dedicated to enriching lives through the vibrant tapestry of Philippine culture, Kayamanang has provided its members and the audiences with engaging opportunities to learn and experience the richness and diversity of Philippine dance, music, and song. Throughout workshops, presentations, community programs, Kayamanang celebrates and honors cultural traditions while fostering creativity and connection with our communities here in America and within our very own city of Carson. And we thank you for always coming through and sharing our Filipino culture here. Kayamanang takes pride in knowing the experience offered provide lasting memories of its members and help strengthen the Filipino-American identity. Thank you for always being a part of the city of Carson, and we look forward to your performance this June. Yes, on June 7th. Yes, thank you. We're going to plug June 7th. Congratulations, Kayamanang Lahi.
Mabuhay! Mabuhay!
To the great city of Carson.
Yes.
Yes.
Let me do one more here. Everyone's looking right at this camera. Thank you.
Thank you. Maraming salamat.
That's it?
That's your last.
We have, what do we have? Public safety, are you ready? You stay ready? As we take our seats, the Public Safety Commission has an update. Come on down, Mr. Commissioners and Miss Commissioner. Public Safety, doing a phenomenal job. Come on down as I take my seat. Oh, those coaches and all those people.
They say that they don't put the name.
You guys control it? Yeah. Okay. So, as soon as this one goes, you can just pop up here and do the next one?
Tonight, we're honored to have our representatives from our Public Safety Commission. As we have commissions, they come before us to let us know what they're doing on the commission and give an update so we can keep in touch. Is this the chair?
Yes, Mayor.
And say your name, sir.
My name is Louis Joseph Kogut.
I know Louis Joseph Colgott. Okay, you have a brief presentation. Introduce the members. You-
Yes, well, yes, with me tonight is Commissioner Keith Arnold, Commissioner Heidi Romero, and Commissioner Randy Brown.
Woo!
Okay. All right, so good evening, Mayor, council members, city staff, residents, and veterans. I am blessed and humbled by God to come before this city council and provide a status of the Public Safety Commission. Please allow me to provide you with a summary regarding the City of Carson's Public Safety Commission. As you're aware, our meetings are held every third Thursday of the month at 6:30 p.m. We welcome members of the public to attend and express comments or safety concerns. And from time to time, it is always nice to see council members and other members from our city commissions in attendance. The Public Safety Commission is comprised of 12 residents, 9 voting, and 3 alternate members. My fellow commissioners are Vice Chair Jeffrey Allen, Keith Arnold, Randy Brown, Aisha Childs, Samuel Dacus, Donnie Dorsey, Lawrence Flinton, Prentice Lewis, Angela Rivers, Heidi Romero, and Michael Wilson, respectively. We are provided with city staff who are unwavering in support of our commission as we act in an advisory role to the city council, city manager, and director of public safety. City staff include Nora Garcia, director of public safety and emergency management, public safety staff supervisor Rianne Munoz, code enforcement supervisor Jan Tupuola, code enforcement supervisor Brian Butkiewicz, and division secretary Priscilla Palma. Management and supervisors provide the commission with their knowledge of safety, code enforcement, and emergency services. They are courteous, respectful, timely, and respond to areas of concern throughout our great city. Regarding Division Secretary Priscilla Palma, besides normal administrative and clerical duties, Priscilla keeps Public Safety Commission meeting minutes, schedules guest speakers for presentations, arranges correspondence, communicates with the other city staff and departments, compiles our meeting agendas, and is punctual, maintains a cheerful and positive attitude. Over the past months, we have addressed agenda items while working with other state agencies, the Carson Sheriff, the Carson Station, the LA County Sheriff deputies, City Attorney's Office, Department of Fish and Game, and LA County Flood Control. Moreover, our public safety staff interacts with Carson's Public Works Department, now led by Dr. Arlington Rogers Jr. We have covered topics such as coyotes, street lighting, speed bumps, and sidewalks,
Traffic lights, addressing significant timing delays. As an example, Commissioner Childs mentioned that the lighting on Victoria and Tamcliffe seems to be delayed in the early morning hours. Public safety staff would reach out to Public Works. The Dignity Health Sports Center traffic for arriving and leaving at the events. Street racing at the intersection of Susanna and Victoria in an unincorporated area of Rancho Dominguez, where sheriff deputies are utilized to address those violators. Due to this area, the street safety markings are deformed and fused with rubber from tires. Mufflers, catalytic converters, a task taken on by Commissioner Flinton. Non-Carson youth attending flash mobs at Carson Mall, and discussions with Lieutenant Pascual Aiello on prevention and enforcement measures. We've covered street paving with an asphalt and rubber mix, upgrades for additional construction signs and safety cones for areas of concern. Our public safety management and staff must plan and schedule the need for resources during construction. In last meeting, Dr. Arlington addressed our commission regarding paving and striping on 213th Street, which now has a new completion date of Friday, May 30th, 2025. The Dominguez Channel has concerns of fires, or we have concerns of the fires being set along the banks of the service road with multiple ground pipes, which are clearly marked as fire hazards. And the gates are being closed and resecured with chains to prevent re-entry of unauthorized personnel. And the 213th Street Bridge, safety lighting, between the 405 freeway overpass and Chico Street. On the south side of the bridge is a pedestrian walkway with overhead lighting where the lights were out for a substantially long time. Options were weighed for repair or replacement of the pedestrian lights. Commissioner Dacus raised concerns of the copper wiring, and Kirby Jones of the Public Works Department provided measures to secure the electrical wire for the bridge lighting. I was informed that Public Works repaired the 213th Street lighting for the pedestrian walkway, and residents in the area may now walk more safe and more secure at night. You can see on the overhead with the new lights that have been repaired. And I'll go through these. And how the bridge is now illuminated. So thank you, Dr. Arlington and Kirby Jones and the Public Works staff. And we covered northbound Avalon Boulevard's uprooted landscaping boulder removal. City staff worked with Dr. Arlington's Public Works to have a team to have the boulder relocated to a center median and placed on its flat side. You can see this in the display. Do you want to zoom? There, let me go back to the other one there also.
Where is that located?
This was Avalon Boulevard northbound, next to the parking lot of coming out of Walmart. And now, again, it has been removed and relocated. All right. Let me continue here. So last month, Commissioner Heidi Romero placed an item on the agenda which was critical for Carson residents regarding the most recent fires in LA and Ventura counties. After discussion, a motion was made by Commissioner Michael Wilson and seconded by Commissioner Randy Brown and carried unanimously. As you know, the commission recommended to the City Council that the fireworks be banned throughout the city of Carson, except for the controlled fireworks shows approved by the city and conducted with proper safety precautions, such as those at Dignity Health Center. Concerns were also brought up by Commissioner Arnold regarding the uneven paving on the west side of Martin Luther King Jr. Street nearest Main Street. Moreover, the Public Safety Commission participated in reading and providing comment for the city's hazard mitigation action plan, which was placed together by Director Nora Garcia. So, Madam Mayor and council members and Public Safety Commission, our Public Safety Commission is a strong group of individuals from our Carson community, and I believe that we share the same passion for our beloved Carson. We love this community and want the best for our residents. And we draw on each commissioner's experience and shared wisdom with respect to emergency preparedness and public safety. That concludes my summary. Thank you for your time.
Why, thank you for that report. Excellent job to this commission. I know you guys have been working hard and you're involved. So I really appreciate that because that's what we want. I want to hear from our commissioners, see what you're doing, and you guys are doing what your bylaws state. And I just want to thank you for your hard work and your love for the city of Carson. Thank you. To my colleagues, I don't see anyone queued up. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, Councilman Deere is
Yeah,
queued up.
they're doing a great job, and really appreciate that public safety is a commission that's active because it's really essential to the future of our city. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Next, we have all communication for items listed on the agenda. Oh, Captain, I forgot. Where's my captain? Oh, you guys are on it. I like that.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for inviting me over. I just wanted to share a couple things that was been going on here at Carson's Sheriff's Station. And some notable arrests and operations that we've had for the month of April. April 2025 was Distracted Driving Awareness Month. The traffic office has been citing several semi-truck vehicles that have been driving through the city in restricted areas. And within the course of the entire city, we have cited over 300, issued over 300 citations for April of 2025. I'm pleased to announce that we have our newly trained motorcycle deputy that has completed his arduous training and has begun traffic enforcement in the city. Our SAO team has conducted multiple traffic-related operations that included, on April 30th, our South team deputies conducted a traffic enforcement operation within the city, focusing on traffic violations known to be primary collision factors. Deputies issued 26 citations. On May 4th, 2025, our SAO team conducted 3 street racer enforcement operations at 3 different locations. So on May 4th, they went to actually 3 different locations throughout the city of Carson: Bishop and Charles Willard Street, Figueroa and Sepulveda, and also Avalon and Gardena. 3 suspects were arrested, 2 modified emissions and inspections were conducted, 8 traffic citations, vehicles were towed, 3 vehicles were towed, and we have 60 vehicles that were identified to be towed with court orders based on the observations of our deputies. We're in the process of obtaining court orders for those 60 vehicles that will allow us to impound these spectator vehicles for 30 days. This is pursuant to AB 3085, authored by Carson's Assemblyman Mike Gibson. On April 9th, 2025, the station held its first day of the Civilian Academy. It's a 10-week course that educates the city of Carson and unincorporated areas, residents regarding the policies, procedures, tactics at the Sheriff's Department. We have 20 civilians that are participating. On week number 2, they had the Aero Bureau and also spoke with our Detective Bureau. They attended a town hall meeting. On April 23rd, our civilian Academy also was given a brief by our Homicide Bureau and Special Victims Bureau. And they also took a tour of our Century Regional Detention Facility on April 30th. On April 17th, we had the Community Advisory Committee with Sergeant J.P. Moranin and also 10 citizens and myself. On April 17th, I also had the pleasure of attending the Carson Town Hall meeting at Delamo Park with Councilmember Rojas and Dr. Joanne Hilton. On April 22nd, I also attended the Town Hall meeting with Madam Mayor Davis Holmes and Councilmember Jim Deere at Carson Park, and thank you both for inviting me. On April 23rd, I attended the quarterly Block Captains meeting at Carson Community Center. On April 24th, we had our special assignment officers provided casualty care for approximately 25 Carson City employees that potentially can save their life or the life of someone that they love. And on April 26th, we had National Prescription Drug Take Back Day that was in partnership with the City of Carson, the Drug Enforcement Administration, Carson Community Relations, and the Asians Against Drug Abuse Program successfully participated in 2025. We had about 35.6 pounds of medications that were actually turned in, and 5 DEA supplied boxes were collected. On May 3rd, our SAL team also attended the Cinco de Mayo with Madam Mayor and other council members, and we had a Cinco de Mayo. We had a fabulous time. One of the notable arrests that we have is on April 25th. We had a Tesla Cybertruck that was vandalized and damages over $7,500. This is an incident that was featured on ABC Channel 7 News on the 29th of April. We took the suspect into custody. Our SAL team deputies, as well as our patrol deputies, took him into custody. Right now, the Part 1 crimes are trending down. We're at about 2.1% trending down. Do you have any questions?
Any questions from my colleagues? You can queue up. MPT Hicks.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Just to the captain, thank you for you and what your deputies do for the city of Carson. Outstanding work always. I have one issue that I know that you are aware of it, and that is at the corner of University Drive and Central. Yes. There seems to be very high rate of speed of traffic, a lot of traffic collisions at that location. Requesting if we can put the speed monitor somewhere along that thoroughfare for individuals to understand that you're going at a high rate of speed as you come down the hill on Central Avenue. There has been a fatality at that location and several accidents. In fact, I think was that the first, May 1st or May 2nd, there were actually 2 car accidents on the same day. Okay. So there is an issue. I've already talked with the city manager in regards to us looking at traffic issues and concerns, but I just wanted to make it mention at this meeting for our residents to know that we are aware and that we are doing something about that and making sure that we keep our community safe.
Absolutely. We'll work with public safety as far as the speed monitor, and I'll make sure that my traffic deputies will do some enforcement at that area.
Thank you.
Councilwoman.
Yes, Captain Norman, thank you so much. I know we met some time ago, and I requested a study on K injuries. K injuries are traffic collisions that result in death. And I want to thank you for the report and the analyzation of these traffic collisions. I will give this report to our public safety. I'll just give you an example. You looked at a traffic collision that occurred on September 30th of 2023 that resulted in a fatal pedestrian versus vehicle. At that same location, the same year, on January 3rd of 2023, another fatal in that location. So thank you for bringing that to our attention, and we will study that to see why we have had
these fatal accidents in that same location. That's something that the city of Carson and your deputies, we can work together and figure out how we can study why that's happening. So thank you. And we need to do more of these, and we'll keep up with it, share it with everyone, and work together and keeping our community safe. Thank you for the hard work with
welcome.
your sheriff department.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hilton.
Thank you, Captain Norman, for and all the great work you do. Of course, I want to echo Mayor Pro Tem's sentiments about Central and University. It's been like an accident over there at least once a week. And one of the things I'm not sure, like the mechanism, the reporting mechanism where the sheriffs report to the council what's going on before, like our residents call and we don't know. We used to have like a reporting system in place where there was like a mass text message that would go out and tell us what's going on. But oftentimes we're getting stuff from Facebook, Carson 411, and all these things. So I'm not sure of the reporting mechanism of how they report to you and how, if we can kind of get that that system back in place that we used to have.
I believe we still have the same system, Dr. Hilton. Our system, my deputies make notification if it has a certain matrix. And some of the incidents, as far as basic traffic collision, or they won't necessarily make contact with me if there are a lot of cars in the area. They will make contact with me if a lot of cars are in the area, if there's a criminal nature, or if there is something that affects the city, or if there's some type of harm to the city. But in the incident that you're referring to, there was no crime.
Oh, no,
And
no,
so they
not,
wouldn't
not
actually.
that one in particular.
Yeah,
but
they
it's been
they
up.
wouldn't actually make notification, so I wouldn't actually. They wouldn't tell me, so I wouldn't actually convey it to you.
Okay, thank you.
So at what level do you report to us?
When we have major incidents, meaning that if we have a major assault with a deadly weapon, if we have a major traffic fatality, if we have incidents that require damage to the city of Carson, incidents that are of interest as far as social media, I don't have a deputy to actually surf social media, but if there is an interest and you do inquire, then we'll try to get a response for you.
Okay. Councilman Deere.
Thank you. Excellent report as usual. We're expecting good things from you, and we're having great things turn out. So appreciate it, Captain. I'd like to set up a meeting with you and the CEO of Justice for Murdered Children. She wants to meet with you to see how you can collaborate on some of the projects that you're doing. So Brian Legaspi, Brian, you want to wave your hand right there? He'll contact your office to set up an appointment.
Looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Captain, and we'll see you Thursday.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thanks.
Have a good evening.
You too. Thanks for waiting also.
Oh, no problem, ma'am.
Okay. Madam City Clerk, all communications for matters listed on the agenda.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. There is one comment card from Commissioner Kogut for agenda item number 10. Oh, no, he did that.
He's good.
I'm assuming.
Okay.
Thank you, Louis.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay.
There are some for non-agenda, but that's it for agenda.
Next is item number 14, approval of the minutes.
Move approval of the minutes, Madam
Second.
Mayor.
Okay, one moment, please. Where are they? Sorry. Hold on. Approval of the minutes. Did they take it out of consent? Oh, they moved. Okay, great. Yay, they moved it. No, they didn't. No, they didn't move it. Why can't I can't open it. Madam Mayor, for the sake of time, can we do a roll call vote on approval of the minutes?
So, approval of the minutes.
Councilman Deere made the motion, and it was seconded by Mayor Pro Tem Hicks.
Okay. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Thank you.
Thank you.
Consent items is items 15 through 44. I'll move for approval of the consent.
Second.
Okay, item number 27 has been approved already. Does anyone want to pull an item? I want to pull 41 and 15. Does anyone else want to pull an item? Okay, the consent calendar is approved with the exception of item 27, which has already been approved, item 15 and item 41. And these are just like a quick report, nothing major, just a quick report to let our community know. So it's been moved and properly second. Please cast your vote.
It's unanimous, Madam Mayor. Motion carries.
Thank you. Item number 15, staff is that item 15? Yes. Item number 15 is, read that one for me.
Yes, Madam Mayor. Item 15 is Resolution 25-066 proclaiming May as Fire Prevention Month in the city of Carson. And this was placed on the agenda at your request.
Is it May or June?
It says May.
It should be June. It's incorrect. It should say June. Fireworks Prevention and Safety Month.
Great. Yeah, I'm sorry. The title says May. The actual resolution does correctly say June.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Could you give us a brief report?
Sure. So, Madam Mayor, give me one moment. From the resolution, the designation of Fire Prevention Month, and resolution says that City of Carson hereby proclaims the month of June as Fire Prevention Month, during which focused educational and outreach activities will take place across the city. Those will include fire safety topics, including dangers of illegal fireworks and safety alternatives, risks of backyard bonfires and campfires, proper disposal of fireworks and hot embers, dangers of children playing with matches, lighters, and flammable materials, emergency procedures, and how to contact first responders. Additionally, there'll be school-based outreach to include presentations by fire, law enforcement, and code enforcement personnel, interactive demonstrations with emergency vehicles, and distribution of fire safety gift bags. There's additionally community and interagency collaboration with the Los Angeles County Fire Department, Carson Sheriff's Department, Code Enforcement Division, local, state, and federal elected officials, fire prevention and safety companies, the local refineries that are here in the city of Carson, industry partners, and licensed trash and waste disposal vendors. The types of materials that will be given away will include age-appropriate educational collateral, fire safety coloring books and brochures, reflective wristbands, mini flashlights, stickers, and small toys. This will be implemented and led by the city manager's office with assistance of the public information office and ensuring participation with all of the partnering departments within the city. That concludes the report.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Councilwoman.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, staff, for adding this. I do want to make some points here on fire safety. Yeah, you know, the month of May is actually International Firefighters Day, so I think that's where we got that. We also have the National Public Safety Month, which is also in the month of May. So that's what we're talking about. What I wanted to share with you is you know, the public safety, specifically the fires. I'm speaking on a personal level, not from what I saw on TV. I was actually there as a police officer, and the Pacific Palisades is my patrol car. I no longer have it anymore because that area is under construction and will be for probably at least 5 years at the minimum. So I'm speaking from experience. I know what it feels like to have embers traveling at 80 to 100 miles, hitting your clothing, car, and it is something we've never seen before. It's unprecedented, and it is something that happened. It's past tense, and the devastation that as a result of that is something that is unforgettable. And so I think this initiative to share with the community on public safety tips, this is something we can work together because we all need to learn how to make our communities safer for something like this that has never happened before, and now it is, it's a fact. It's happened, and we need to do everything to educate the community as well as myself. Even though I was there and I saw what happens, we need to work together. And so I'm asking, in addition to what staff put on here, which is pretty thorough, I would also like to invite, maybe on our next council meeting, the fire department and our local police so that they could share some information that we can work together. I do have it's a pretty long video that the LA County Fire Department shared and wants us all to share with all the cities in the county regarding fire safety. And this is just not lighting a match. This has to do with the winds and climate change and things that we need to share with our children and family and schools and everyone here in the city. And then also, Madam Mayor, it's just an idea, but maybe if we could add something where if the people in the community, if they're aware of someone that maybe is involved in arson or doing something that will lead to fires, or since we are now firework that's banned here in the city of Carson, so where there's smoke, there's fire. So maybe if we could have something like a, if they report someone that they know, maybe we can add a reward for anyone that could report that person and lead to a conviction on either arson or any fire-related laws that are now important in the city of Carson. So that's something that maybe if we could put that in there. There's nobody else that is talking.
We're listening.
Yes, yes. So I want to make the recommendation because this is near and dear to me, and it's a personal thing. And after 35 years of being a police officer, I think I'm going to call it this year.
October.
Yes. So I would like to make an action and adopt Resolution 25-066, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Carson, California, declaring June as Fire Prevention Month and establishing a citywide fire prevention education initiative for school children and all our residents here in the city of Carson.
Second.
Okay?
Yes. He seconded.
You got to blow.
We should all.
We all.
Who pulled
yes,
that
it
trigger?
Was moved
That was a
by
fast
the
trigger pull.
Councilwoman and second by
Yeah.
Dr. Hilton. Discussion. I see. Well, yeah, I see Councilman Hicks, but I do want to commend our Councilwoman and also Mr. City Manager. I would like to bring back something, an agenda items like we do for when somebody's been killed. There's a reward if you turn in. You notify the city of illegal. It could be fireworks. It could be a match, as far as I'm concerned. Anything that will cause a fire. A $500 reward if they're arrested. So, Mr. City Manager, we can work that out at our next session when we sit down. But that's an excellent idea, and I'd like to make sure it's an agenda item. And I'd like to thank the Councilwoman. Education and awareness and action are essential to protecting our community. The times have changed, and I want to commend the Public Safety Commission for taking the action that you did a couple of weeks ago. You guys made a decision. It was unanimous. The City Council voted to ban fireworks here in the city of Carson. Moreover, urban fires have shown that it only takes one careless act a mistake to trigger a large fire. Things have changed. Climate has changed. So we can't sit by and just wait for something to happen. I like for the city to be proactive and not reactive to some of the changes that have taken place throughout California. And I want to say that I appreciate the fact that the fireworks company is seeking, my understanding they've already turned in an initiative to put on the ballot, asking the voters to reverse our decision. That's their right to protect their profits. But it's my responsibility as the mayor and this city council to put together things that are proactive and protect the residents here in the city of Carson. By declaring June as Fire Prevention Month, the city has taken another stand, not to just illegal fireworks, but against any preventable tragedies that could happen in the city of Carson. And that's where we're going. And the initiative will focus on educating our children and their parents about fire safety, personal responsibility, and the importance of looking out for others. We're going to be going into the schools, taking educating. It's educating our kids, educating our residents. And while we can't control individual actions, we can equip our community with the knowledge to prevent disaster before it happens. And that's what I'm looking for with this. June is Fire Prevention Month. So I want to thank you, Councilwoman. And that's my little 2 cents on the resolution. It's been moved and properly second. Cedric Hicks, you have Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I just wanted to say this is something that's well overdue in regarding how we need to protect our community. It's about protecting the lives, homes, and the neighborhoods from any risk. You know, I heard from our families here in the city of Carson, from our veterans or seniors, many of our pet owners and parents who are frightened by the dangers that are created behind this usage of the fireworks that we have in our community. So it's about creating or educating our youth, informing our parents, and empowering our community to prevent avoidable tragedies that we don't want to have in our city like in other areas. So I am just really pleased and looking at that we can move forward and actually do an educational piece to get the community moving forward. As you know, we have methane gas in our community. We have several oil refineries here. And it's been, I think I said it before, we've been lucky. We have been lucky over the years to not have had a major fire by having these refineries in our community along, you know, every now and then, you guys, our residents, you go outside or early morning, you still smell some type of gas in this community. So even though we turn around and say that the oil companies and we call them up, oh, there's no flares, there's nothing going on. We are in an area where methane gas releases. So again, we don't need to, move the needle and try to, hopefully that nothing happens. We need to be proactive versus reactive. And I would hate to see that this community end up like any other communities from the recent fires. So I am very pleased and happy that we are moving forward with this initiative for the city of Carson.
Thank you. It's been moved and properly second. Do we need to do a roll call vote?
No, Madam Mayor, everyone's able to vote electronically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, it's a unanimous vote. Motion carries.
Thank you very much. Next, we will have, I'd like just a brief report on item number 41, the traffic signal that our residents have been waiting for some time to hear what we're doing.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Item number 41 will be considering an award of a construction contract for project number 1667 for upgrade existing traffic signals at the locations identified on your agenda, and we'll have our Director of Public Works, Dr. Arlington Rogers, to give you that brief update.
Thank you, Mr. City Manager, Madam Mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, City Council members. This proposed project includes the construction of roadway and traffic signal modifications at the existing traffic signal controlled intersection of Avalon Boulevard and Gardena Boulevard. Gardena is east-west collector and Avalon is a north-south arterial. The intersection is located in northern section of City of Carson. Both of these streets experience significant traffic delays, partially due to deficient levels of service at the intersections. And the traffic signal at this intersection will be upgraded and improved to provide a new left turn to provide new left turn phases at the north and south approaches, a video detection system, emergency vehicle preemption operation, upgraded safety lighting, and pedestrian head upgrades. The proposed traffic signal upgrade will significantly improve the level of service by optimizing traffic flow, minimizing congestion. By regulating the flow of vehicles through the dedicated signal phases, it will create a more organized and efficient movement of traffic. The traffic signal controllers will be programmed to ensure efficient and safer vehicle, pedestrian, and bicycle travel, and improve the level of service and reduce delays at the project intersection.
Thank you for that report. Our residents will be excited to hear that they're getting a traffic signal there. So thank you. So I'd like to move staff's recommendation.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second. Please cast your vote.
The vote is unanimous, Madam Mayor. Motion carries.
Thank you. Item number 45 is a special order of day. It's a continuance of a public hearing. Madam City Clerk, was it properly posted?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. The notice of public hearing has been posted, has remained posted. The proof of the timely publication is on file in my office. We didn't receive any written communications for it. The posting affidavits are on file, and all of the posting requirements have been met.
Thank you. We're going to open the public hearing. Does anyone want to speak on this item? Hearing none, we're going to close the public hearing. Staff, do you have a report? Public hearing is closed. What?
Madam Mayor, if you're ready for a staff report, we do have housing staff available.
Thank you.
Sure. I'd like to call up Dwayne. Oh, is Dwayne you by yourself? I think IT will give you a hand just right now.
Sure. Nope.
Is this special events on this agenda?
So, do you have?
That's Mike. I hope not, because I made it. Mike, the special is not on this agenda.
Can they see it or just?
I need to meet with you. Okay, we need to meet. Okay. Before.
There we go. All right. So, Madam Mayor, Council, we are continuing from our initial time in here on Tuesday, March 18th, according to our timeline. We were here a couple of weeks ago on Tuesday, April 15th for the public hearing. The 30-day public review and comment period has ended, and we are here today for the public hearing on the final consolidated plan. The draft of the final consolidated plan has been completed and submitted to council. We are now only awaiting the allotment of the funds from HUD. In the meantime, we are making sure all our I's are dotted and T's are crossed in terms of uploading the application onto the HUD IDIS system and doing our part on our end so that when the allocation comes through, we're ready to hit the ground running.
Thank you for that report.
Any questions?
Good report, very clear.
Any reports from colleagues?
On the report?
Yes, he's completed with his report.
That was was distracted. So
I-
what's your recommendation?
We go ahead.
Our recommendation, it was outlined in the staff report, is to fund the three of the five applicants that came across, including the Housing Rights Center, the Venice Boys and Girls Club, and the Venice Medical Clinic.
Okay.
I mean Carson Boys and Girls Club. Excuse me, I
Carson
said
Boys
Venice.
and Girls
Venice Medical Clinic in Carson,
Madam
on
Mayor.
the Carson High campus.
Madam Mayor. It was the question I wanted to ask of staff. I understand that you guys made a recommendation, but it's a recommendation pending if we get the funds. So
Correct.
this is a placeholder for in the event that we get the funds.
Correct.
Okay, I just want to make sure that's for the record.
Okay. Any more questions?
Yes.
Yes, Councilman.
So I asked this question previously. Have you spoken with any, like a Congress member or any staff at HUD about the likelihood of President Trump allowing HUD to allocate block grant money across the country?
They have given us no updates in that regard. They just told us that we won't know anything until late this month, early next month, so that our application could be in by the end of June.
I see.
Before the deadline.
That's my only question. Thank you very
That's your
much.
only question?
Madam Mayor, we're ready to make a a motion.
I'm listening.
Okay. Recommendation, motion to allocate CDBG funding for fiscal year 2025, planning year 2025, authorize the mayor to execute an agreement with the public services provider as designated by the city council following negotiation approval as to form by the city attorney. Approve the proposal for 2025-2026 fiscal year CDBG budget and approve the submission of the city's 2025 through 2029 five-year consolidated plan, 2025 through 2026 annual action plan, and citizens participation plan to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second. Any discussion on the motion? I would like to thank you guys because we took this, it's been going back and forth. I was kind of heartbroken to see that of the 13 nonprofits that were here saying that we were taking away their funding, that they didn't apply for this because we were going to reallocate some funding, but they had to first apply. So I'm just kind of concerned and taken back that this did not happen. I think you had two.
One that met the deadline and another that attempted to apply after the deadline.
After the deadline. So I just want to thank the staff for working with us on this. We extended an olive leaf and saying, here, we're willing to help you. And they, I guess, I don't know what they did. But anyway, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so you can cast your votes, please.
Motion carries. The vote is unanimous.
Thank you. Item number 46 is a fiscal year 2025-26 budget workshop number 2. Mr. City Manager.
Yes, thank you, Madam Mayor. This is, as you stated, our budget workshop number 2 for capital improvement plan. This gives as recommended action for you and council to, as we have this workshop, we're going to be reviewing the draft fiscal year 2025-2026 CIP 5-year plan. And then the second recommendation is to provide direction to staff on which projects to include in the fiscal year 2025-26 budget document. We'll have our Director of Public Works, Dr. Arlington Rogers, provide the workshop for your recommendation and approval as soon as they're able to get that presentation up.
Thank you, Mr. City Manager, Madam Mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, council members. Thank you for this opportunity to share with you some of the hard work that Public Works staff has put together. Presentation of the upcoming capital improvement projects for fiscal year 25-26. Just a little bit about Public Works and the CIP's comprehensive multi-year plan to identify, prioritize, finance capital projects. It is a roadmap for building, renovating, or upgrading infrastructure and facilities, ensuring a sustainable and well-maintained community. Going forward, what we have is we're presenting $169.4 million in capital projects. If you look over to the left, you'll see that the general fund reserve request is $50 million, which is 30% of that number. Reimbursable grants is $69 million, which is 41%. And special revenue funding is $28 million, 16%, and lease revenue bonds is $22 million. So there's a multitude of different revenue sources or different funding sources for the projects that we have. On the bottom, you'll see that the number of projects by type, there's 1 tree project, 7 traffic projects, 18 roadways, 4 bikeways, 13 parks, 6 buildings, 4 stormwater, and 1 technology. So there's a gamut of different projects that we're going to be pursuing in the upcoming fiscal year. The one that's in design for trees is a grant-funded project, and it's to put together a tree city urban tree plan. Our traffic, we have 3 projects currently in construction. We just read about one right now a few minutes ago, totaling about $10.6 million or 6% of the CIP budget. If you look over at the funding sources, you can see there's a variety of different funding sources to include grants, Measure R, Measure MR, bonds, HSIP, DIF, and DIF transportation. Our roadways projects, again, this is one of the bigger projects because the mandate upon my arrival was to make sure that the city streets were taken care of in one fashion or another. A multitude of different funding sources to do about 10 projects we have in design. This also will include, I want to make sure that it's in there, but we will still be continuing our roadways that we did last year, multi-district, multi-paving all simultaneously. Our bikeways ongoing, 4 projects are in design for a total of about $13 million, which is 8% of the CIP budget. And again, you can see the various funding sources, just to let council know that everything's not coming out of general fund. There's measure grant funds, there's general fund reserve requests, and ATP cycle 6. Our park improvements, this one is, we have currently, as you know, we have 5 projects in construction. We also have 5 that are in design, and there's 3 maintenance projects for a total of about $48 million. We work hand in hand with the director of Parks and Recreation Community Services to put this together. And we think that this is something that we can get accomplished over the next fiscal year in coordination with the director and his team. Buildings that are in construction right now are 4. We have 2 in projects that are in design for a total of $11 million, which is 7% of the 25-26 CIP budget. And again, you can see the various funding sources of how we're being creative as staff members, working with finance department to make sure that we can fund all these projects. Stormwater projects are in construction are 2. 1 in design and a maintenance project, total about $3.4 million, 2% of the CIP budget. $25 million for our IT department for broadband throughout the city, the first phase. That is the one project that IT department has, working with the director of ITS and his team. Overall, there are 4 bikeway projects, 6 building projects, 13 parks, 18 roadways, 4 stormwater, 1 technology, 7 traffic, and 1 tree projects, all slated for next year. Some of these are continuing and some are new for a total of 53. Again, $169 million. And that is the end of my presentation.
Quick question.
Yes, let me go back.
Where are the streets included? Sidewalks, I mean the sidewalks.
Sidewalk is a ongoing maintenance, so that's in our operating budget.
Oh.
So it's not in the CIP budget, it's in our operating budget, and it's an ongoing program. That never stops, it continues.
Okay, because I'm kind of concerned.
Yes, ma'am.
And your park maintenance projects? What are they?
Specifically, we have Director Whitaker.
You knew I was going to
Answer that
ask.
question, right?
We have a lot going on.
Currently, Madam Mayor, we have three parks under construction currently. Within those 3 parks that we have, we are trying to separate all of the work in our additional parks and spreading those out through the other parks. We're doing the resurfacing of all the basketball courts and tennis courts, as well as adding in new pickleball courts. In addition to that, we are making sure that we are redoing all of our fields, have been aerated. So those are the smaller projects. For 25, 26 for the upcoming year, we have additional projects for the bigger projects for the parks. But in the meantime, while we have the 3 parks down, we want to make sure that we're still able to provide services for the other parks to offset some of the programs that are running from our parks that are under construction. So we do have a plan for the next 3 years in regards to fixing all of our parks. Right now, we have got a huge jump in regards to some of the maintenance that we currently have in regards to our park facilities.
Okay, I keep asking this. What I'd like for you to consider is that remote old office building at Stevenson Park. It used to be the main office. We've talked several times about doing something with that and making it as nice as the community building, because I really think it's underused because it's just old, and it used to be my office when I first came aboard. So it needs some attention. It needs to be blown up and rebuilt.
I agree, Madam Mayor. Stevenson Park is considered a community center site. We have our main gym, which has the rooms that we actually reserve for the park facilities. But we are repurposing that area because Stevenson Park is one of the only parks that we have 2 playgrounds on each end of the park on the north and the south. And so we're trying to repurpose that entire area to have more of a community center type of atmosphere where we would be able to have programs for our seniors in the daytime, but we would still be able to utilize those services for our regular park classes and also for our park programs in the afternoon as well.
Well, I guess I'm thinking I actually include it in the capital improvements project.
That is correct.
Because we've been talking about it and talking about it, so now it's time to be about it. And also the playground equipment lighting over in the new area needs to be looked at. When it gets dark, you can't even see your child.
That's correct. Currently, we're working with Public Works and also with Rita Kuchar on our Musco lighting. That is a standard that we're doing for all of our park facilities. If you look at in our plan that we currently have for all of our construction projects, all the new parks are coming in with Musco lighting, and we're also replacing the additional parks that we have with Musco lighting as well. We've already replaced that lighting with Dominguez Park and Callis Park, and we're trying to go through every single park to have the same type of lighting in every facility.
Not trying, we're going to.
We're going to, correct. As of next year in December, we will be complete with 5 sites, and we will have 7 left.
Thank you. It was something else I wanted to bring to your attention. Delamo Park is a park that needs immediate attention also. And so it was something else I wanted to mention to you, but it'll come back to me later. So thank you, Councilman Dr. Hilton. Cedric Hicks, and then Dr. Hilton, and then Jim Deere.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Thank you for that report. Several things come to mind, and I think the mayor alluded to a couple of them, but my concern is the kitchens, the community rooms, the flooring, where we are on the CIP for all of the parks to have those upgrades done in our community rooms at all of our parks. And I know that Dolphin Park has the only all abilities playground. My concern is that we need to identify at least 6 of the 12 parks that we have in our community to be all abilities park, and need to look at how we can get those playgrounds that any kid with any ability can utilize the playground. And it'll give us more visibility that we have north, south, east, and west in the city of Carson that kids can identify, and that parents can take their kids who are handy capable. I call them handy capable because they're still capable of doing things, but they need to have apparatuses that provide them the ability to still play and be a child.
It's Mike, as far as the kitchens and working with Director Whitaker's team, we went through a comprehensive research to see what we could do in-house as maintenance in some of the kitchens, and then what would be attached to CIP. So a lot of the stuff that we reviewed, we made a decision that we could probably do a lot of it as maintenance, which is already in our both of our operations budgets, and it wouldn't be in the CIP because it would just be routine maintenance where we would just go in and replace like some Formica or something like that. So that's why you don't see some of those things.
What I would like, this is me, what I would like to see is a schedule of all 12 of our parks. Where are we at in all 12 of our parks in that project? If we're doing flooring, and I said kitchens, and I forgot restrooms is the other piece that's missing. And how are we doing our restrooms and making them more
same thing,
amenable? But I mean, as far as
sorry, I
us
didn't
on
mean to cut
council,
you
I
off.
don't know, we don't have that where we can get that information to know, because when we go out to our constituents, you know, the first thing they say, well, this park is getting this done. Why are you not over here? So we need to be able to give them understanding that you're not being forgotten. We're getting to your park, and we need to give them a timeline of when that's going to happen.
MBT, I totally understand that, and I agree 100%. I felt a bit embarrassed at one of the town hall meetings where my staff were talking about some of the repairs at one particular facility, and some of the constituents that were there were complaining about their facilities on the other side of the city, because we do it in districts, and so it's not just for one park, it's for multiple parks. And so I totally understand that. I actually had to tell one of my employees to not discuss that particular site because I didn't want to disrupt or upset the people, because they've been waiting for a long time in some of these facilities. There have been a lot of years of preventative maintenance that has been skipped over. And I definitely want to say kudos to our Public Works Director and my staff for doing a job in regards to what has been done over the past 3 years. There have been some amazing work in regards to resurfacing these fields and making them playable to a better degree, but also improving the buildings. And I want to thank Council for allowing those funds to provide these services to make these buildings and these surfaces the way that they should be. And so we do have a plan. I do agree. I will put together a list, a schedule of these particular kitchens as well as the restrooms in terms of the construction of what we will be doing. These will be, as Director Rogers says, internal things that we will be doing to fix these things, but we still do want to make the council as well as the public aware of what's happening and what we're doing behind the scenes, because in many cases, they don't see that. And so we will provide that to City Council as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're talking about cabinets, countertops, floors, and restrooms.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I know what I was going to say before I recognize Councilman Deere. Oh, yeah, you were next. You were next.
I think Councilman Hicks was before me.
Oh, I got Hicks, but he didn't.
Hilton.
Hilton is.
Okay.
One thing that was alarming to me, Mr. City Manager, to your director, we could not move the Juneteenth celebration to Hemingway Park. That is quite alarming to me, that it was not suitable to transfer because of the gopher holes, the park upkeep. So I know several of our parks have mentioned it, but to not be able to host an event, and there were other things that came into play, parking and facility upkeep, but I don't understand that. And I think, I know we have gopher holes at Dominguez. Did we address those?
Yes, and I'm glad you asked that question. That is a great question. I don't want the people in the mighty D1 to feel slighted in any way, shape, form, or fashion What I will say is that I walked the site multiple times to find a way to actually have the event on that end of Carson. In walking the site, it was not the gopher hose. Corky's Pest Control has came in and done an amazing job in regards to changing all the parks. Dominguez Park was our biggest park, and they've changed them around from being red to actual being in green now, where they have less than 10 mounds actually for gopher hose. For Hemingway Park site, it wasn't the gopher hose, it was the actual parking. The parking was the major point. We did not have enough parking to put that type of event with the amount of people that attend the event on that particular site and safely park them in a way that they would be able to go inside of their cars and out of their cars and leave the facility without us having any injuries or anything like that. Most of the park is built on the Southern California right-of-way, where we do not have access to park on that side of the facility, which would have been our choice in regards to that. If we shuttled them, we would have shuttled them for almost a half a mile to Cal State University, Dominguez Hills, in order to park those particular people. We did an extensive walkthrough for that particular facility, and we really would have done an injustice to that particular community in having it right now. My hope is that we can have some additional parking. I've talked to our assistant city manager, our city manager, in regards to different ways that we can actually park on Gardena Boulevard and also on Avalon Boulevard to park in a 30, it's actually I believe it's a 33-degree angle where we would have more parking, where we would be able to triple the current parking that we have now. But that's something that we're going to be working on with our community development and our engineers to find additional parking for that particular site. But the problem is, to legally park in that site, around that site, we would not be able to park there safely in order for people to come and visit that particular facility.
Madam Mayor, if I could add, I think one of the other challenges at that park is access to power. In order for the major events to be held at the park facilities, there's got to be ready access to power and water for vendors. We've had that issue with other park sites, so I know that's something that Director Whitaker is also examining. I would highlight too that there is another workshop coming up specifically for special events, so I know he's going to give some updates then as well.
My concern was our park should be ready to go at any time, and we should be able to, because that's a 14-acre facility. And then Anderson Park is a 5-acre facility, and it has the Jazz Festival, and you have a 14-acre facility that's not hosting any events. And so that's my concern. We should make sure that it's ready and come up with a plan of action, because it wasn't as large, but didn't we start? Yes. We had the Juneteenth at Hemingway Park. And it was, it worked out, but I know it's grown 10 times since then, but it was worked out. But I was just kind of troubled when I heard our park wasn't ready. I'm saying the park should be ready, and I understand about the parking was an issue, but you're saying power and water and all that. We should work that out, because that park should have the same thing that other cities have, other facilities have, and whatever it is, so that they can host a special event. We should be working on that. Okay, so that was what I was trying to say, the gopher holes in the movie. Dr. Hilton.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Two things. I was disappointed that it wasn't in District 1, because we had said it was going to be in District 1, so I was super disappointed. As far as the parking issue, there's a bunch of warehouses over there that don't operate on the weekend. We could have walked across the street, but I won't argue the parking tonight. This is the inappropriate place. Because District 1 should have, we told the people we were going to have that event in District 1. It was announced, even at a town hall meeting. But we had a town hall meeting at Delamo Park. Had a town hall meeting, and what took me, it was two elderly ladies who couldn't really couldn't get up the stairs to the second floor. The ramp was a challenge for them as well. If we're gonna hold community meetings in these parks, we may have to put a lift, a elevator or something, or maybe move the community room in Delamo Park downstairs. These two senior ladies, they had a challenge getting up the ramp. So I want to, the ramp, the way it slopes, the way they were in their upward, they were seniors, but they were really trying and determined to come to the meeting. So I just wanted to, I know that's something that's been going on for quite some time, but in our improvements, if we can try to get a lift, an elevator, or something like that, and place it in this park, because I think if we're going to have community meetings, and as we want to bounce around the city, community meetings are important. And if they come out, they would love to come upstairs, but without the challenge.
Councilman, I think that's a great comment in regards to that. And I just wanted to make sure that we do have an understanding in regards to Delamo Park. There are actually 3 ways to access the top floor at Delamo Park. The very first way is to drive down and take the stairs up for most people. The second, if you park in the very bottom, there is a stairway that goes up where you can take the ramp, as you stated before. But there is a third way. There is a driveway that is on the second level, and you can walk straight into the building, and there is a door. But what I will say is that we need to provide more information to the public who are coming in so they can see that at the very beginning, so they'll know not to drive all the way down, that there is an actual access point at the very top on the second floor. So we'll make that provision.
I know that was my first job, Delamo Park. Shout out to Delamo Park. That was my first job, and I know about all of that. But I think what we need to do, maybe place some signage to let them know that, maybe a handicap, only handicap can park here. Because that particular day, others were parked there, maybe with some other stuff going on, but it was not those seasoned sages that were walking up the ramp. They didn't have access to that. So I would think that that's important. Maybe we label that as saying, hey, if you have a problem, challenge walking so far, just label that. That might, kill the whole argument or whatnot.
Totally understand. We'll provide that explanation.
And tell staff they're not handicapped. It's not for them. That's who's parked there.
Will do.
Okay. Councilman Deere.
A comment on the third way into Delamo Park. Yeah, there is that driveway, but I would think you'd have to have a staff member to escort or direct disabled people to come up that ramp, because it's only a narrow road, and you have to be able to back down it, and they would need some assistance. But it would be a level surface. They can walk directly from their vehicle into the top floor where the meeting takes place. So the reason I queued up was when you were discussing the park maintenance, and it came up with the issue of lighting. Also, we have passive parks that the lighting needs to be addressed and maintained. For a while, Reflections Park had 2 of the lights out. I think the Public Works Department has repaired those already, but there was a constituent request that I passed on to the Public Works Department. I believe you've taken care of that.
I believe so, yes.
Already, yeah. And the residents are very happy that the park is lit up and therefore safer. That was the main thing that I had brought up. And then a couple of the questions I had were answered already, so I'm complete. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments from staff? Mr. City Manager, what is this, a recommendation? It's just a workshop. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Public Works Director.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Item number 48 is Mr. City Manager adopt a resolution 25063.
Madam Mayor, did you want to do 47?
Oh, did I miss it?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I turned too many pages here. 47.
Okay, thank you, Madam Mayor. So this is item number 47 is adoption of a resolution 25-063, adoption of official city style guide as a standard for all marketing and communication materials produced by or on behalf of the city, an introduction and first reading of ordinance number 25-2511 for formal adoption of the new city seal and city logo, and expansion of regulations concerning use of the city seal to apply to the city logo. And so, Madam Mayor, if I may, I just want to briefly go through this specific style guide so you can see the brand guidelines along with the council. It's important that as we go into the implementation phase of the new city seal marketing logo, this brand, this seal, the logo is actually protected by the city. In other words, it's prohibited to others that have not been authorized outside of the city to utilize our seal and our logo. In the event that that happens, there is currently an administrative fine that will be assessed to anybody who uses or abuses our seal without the proper authorization of the city. We found in this process there has been multiple logos that have been utilized throughout the years in various divisions of the city, but have never been properly approved by the city council. And so, though we believe there are some program logos that have been instituted and work well with our within our divisions, it's very important that you all actually know what logos have been assigned and approved by you all, and then can be properly issued out. And so this staff report speaks to, through the resolution, again, the proper use of the logo when it comes to how we utilize it for marketing, how we utilize it on our uniforms, how it's utilized for signage through events, things of that nature. And so we want to be very protective of our seal, proud of our seal, obviously. And that's basically what this resolution and what this ordinance speaks to. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and just briefly go through the brand guidelines process here. So as you see on your screen, as we go through the brand guidelines, basically this packet, this style guide is something that every employee is going to be issued through our Human Resources Department. They'll be signing this brand guidelines, which speaks to the proper use of. You cannot see it on your screen? Okay. I'm sorry? Yeah, I mean, on our...
You have to hit it on the side. Oh, there it is.
It's up now? Okay. So basically, as I was stating, and this, Councilwoman, you can see it on yours? Okay. All right. So the public's be able to see it, and our council's able to see it. So what I was explaining and stating is that every employee of the city is going to sign this brand guidelines page, so that way everyone has attested that they have read and understood the requirements of how to utilize our city seal and marketing logo. So again, that we are not abusing it, and that we have that on record. As we go through, it's just a welcoming of the city brand. We have our table of contents listing anywhere from the typography, meaning the type of fonts that can be utilized, to color palettes, logo variations, business cards, trifold placements, logo color variations, so forth and so on, all the different variations of how we can utilize that city seal. And so we have our city seal. We talk about the meaning, the heritage of the city seal, the unique position of how this seal has been designated, the rich history of this seal. One of the Easter eggs, if you will, that I love about our seal is you notice the lines that you all incorporated within the seal. There's 4 lines in that seal, which represents the 4 major freeways within the city of Carson, which was actually identified, believe it or not, by our own city attorney. So she wanted to get a shout out for that. But I thought it was a unique perspective. In that, it goes through, again, what not and how not to utilize our city seal. I know our employees have been anxious to put it on their emails, on different variations of products and services that we provide. And there's been several, and I appreciate the optimism and excitement of our seal, but if it isn't the way that the style guide presents it, it's wrong and it has to be removed. And so we'll clean that up as we move forward. But I think it's important to know that we have a color palette, right? Not just the two main colors that you typically have seen as you all adopted our seal, but we have our primary colors, which we call the jewel blue, yellow basket, white diamond. Then there's also primary colors of a black diamond. We call it the Dominguez gold, as well as Carson charcoal. Now, I will have to put a pin here. I personally did not select the primary colors when you get down to the black diamond and the Dominguez gold, but I just think it's very unique that those particular colors were identified. I won't mention that it is part of the most illustrious franchise and fraternity in the U.S., with 1906 established as the Alpha Phi Alpha, but it is listed there.
Mayor, I can't keep letting you say stuff like this. We only, we didn't join your crew. They wanted us, but we went on down the street and started our own.
I could not help myself, Madam Mayor and Council. I apologize.
Yes.
As we move on, again, the spacing, how the listing of the titles of the city of Carson along with our seal, again, is all outlined. I just want to say what a tremendous job that our Public Information Office did in creating the style guide. In particular, Ms. Danielle, who was fantastic in drafting all of this. Breaking down, again, multiple space assignments, alignments of how it's going to be positioned when it is being featured on various aspects. Again, it's just, continuing to go through the different variations. We talked about the typography, how the print is supposed to be listed, is specific and to the city, as never to be altered or changed without the approval of council. We also go through several different variations of text that will be utilized, as you see there from the regular text, or if it's italicized, bolded and italicized, different fonts about Baskerville, another font of Arial. Then we get into our apparel. You've got the logo integrity, color consistency, department identifications, which is all listed through here. And these are just some of the examples of how our seal is to be placed and utilized when you're ordering, such as polo shirts. You have the example of the full color logo should be used on, like, say, for instance, on a white and very light colored apparel. Also, the positioning always on the left of the shirt, or our right as you look at the screen. If you're looking at a hat, when it's going to be embroidered, how that would look and how that would be placed. Again, additional apparels from jackets to variations in uniform shirts. Again, additional hats for our employees that currently are utilizing, that are out in the sun or in the winter, how that's also placed in the colors and logos listed. We've also got our print materials, official documents, everywhere from, again, as I mentioned, letterhead, your business cards, brochures and flyers, down to digital materials from our city's website, social media, email signatures, presentations, is all dress right dress. There is all processed here, as you see with our official documents. So there are samples and examples of how it's supposed to be done, so everyone is all on the same sheet of music. Nothing is going to be on an island on its own. Everything will be following suit. Again, official documents, the placement, as you see, our seal, as well as the title of the city of Carson and its placement. Going through with the collaborator for logo, how that's going to be printed in a partner logo, if you have a partner, where the partner's logo will go in addition to the city when there's some type of collaborative effort happening. As you all know, when there's a city message that comes out, the official message, this is a ceremonial letter as an example, City of Carson, the jewel of the South Bay. We've got our seal, and then of course our lovely council positioned on the right side of that document. Then you have a city flyer. Again, there is the font along with the seal, document back covers listed there. And then you have a collateral logo placement, As you see, the department or main sponsor, marks positioned in the upper left ½ inch from a top and left trim. So very specific to identify. Same as with a trifold logo placement as you see the sample there. Again, business cards. This is how it'll look, how city employees will have their business cards, all the same, all dress right dress as we move forward. Then you will have, again, our standard email signature. Every document that you have listed from an email, this is how that will go out. This is how it'll be placed. So everyone's email will look the same. It will be positioned in this manner. And again, every employee will be receiving this both digitally as well as signing the physical page saying that they've received it. In the future, as we do PowerPoint presentations, this is what you'll see. This is the standard and sample that will be utilized. I appreciate the creativity of all of our departments when they're providing their PowerPoint presentations, some a little more creative than others. We just want it to be professional, consistent when we're both representing the city here and then abroad. So that's what we have. And again, as we talked about the policy, the ordinance that's established there, you have that. The logo variations, as you see here, you have your color 01, your color 02, the black and white 01, and black and white 02. Then we also have a combination collaboration with our sheriff's department, the logo and how it's to be utilized with the sheriff's department. As you can see, we have the solid blue as well as our standard blue and gold, along with our black and whites for the 01 and 02. And again, this is the brand guidelines here. When you see our marketing logo, this is considering and showing you how the marketing logo will be addressed and utilized. Same content, same history as we mentioned, but now just going into our marketing logo. Here's some logo color variations that you can utilize from a full color to one color, reverse, and then black and white. Here are some colors, just the single color logos when we're issuing out variations of uniforms and things of that nature. Swag, as it's called, when we're going out putting that here. This is the different color variations, and you'll see that as we had, again, our primary colors. These are our secondary colors. As you can see, we call Blue Gem, South Bay Gold, our Pearl Gray, Victoria Sky, California Poppy, Carson Charcoal. And then we have our accent colors. We have our CSUDH Burgundy. We have Orange, Gold Rush, Cream, for those of you that enjoy that color, Light Steel Blue, and Carson Flex. Then we have our apparel, again, just showing you how to utilize through various templates, how you have, you can utilize both template A, template B, and template C. When you're utilizing our marketing logo, these are the only 3 approved logos. Again, anything else has to be approved by you all as our council. And again, just showing you some examples of how it will look on headwear, how it's positioned as well. And then once again, our marketing logos on polo shirts, how they would be positioned, and again, the different variations of how the logos will be assigned. And then for our majority, say our public works or even our community services department, when they're utilizing a lot of the outerwear there, you can see the pullovers, jackets, and things, how those marketing logos could be positioned and would be positioned should they choose to utilize that. Again, the trifold logo placement at the bottom down there as an example. And then that actually concludes the entire style guide. Just wanted to, again, thank PIO for the hard work that they did putting this together. I want to thank our Assistant City Manager, Dr. Robert Lennox, for really going through and vetting out several aspects of this. This was quite an endeavor to take on outside of just you all choosing a marketing logo and a city seal. But then to have to put this together and the time frame that it was turned around was outstanding. So just want to thank the team for all the work that they did. But this is your new style guide. This is your city seal, and this is your marketing logo. And we're proud to be able to present this as a recommendation for you today.
Well, thank you, Mr. What is he? Mr. Alpha Man.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Delta, yes.
Thank you. First of all, I'm quite impressed. It's been a process. We started this, I think, 2 years ago. About 2 years ago. Is it 2? May have been longer. I'm excited to see that we are where we are. I was in Cabazon. Yes. And you know, they had, it was almost just like our logo. It said the 5 Diamond Hotel. This, we're not infringing on them. Okay. Because I said, oh, there's my logo.
No, ma'am. And I think, again, because ours is distinct with the 4 lines versus, I know which logo you're speaking of with the 5-star diamond when it's utilized for 5-star resorts, which we plan on bringing. It doesn't have 4 lines, number 1.
Okay.
And number 2, the distance between the diamond and the diamond position is different as well. So
Okay.
it's not the same diamond. There are a lot of variations, but there is no copyright infringements. We've already had that vetted, and so we're good.
Okay. MPT Hicks.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. To the staff, to the city manager, kudos. This has been a long, long time coming. And as you talked about it in your presentation, that we used to have all different types of logos because when we had our redevelopment agency, they seemed to be their own department and their own entity, and they would come up with all kind of designs, and then all of a sudden it becomes something that the city would incorporate, but it wasn't consistent with what the city vision was for. So I'm glad to see that we're all on the same page. But I do have one, I guess, monkey wrench. Recreation. We always do our summer day camp shirts, and we have it done as if it's a free hand for the kids to look at recreation or parks and recreation. I didn't see any variations to put on a camp shirt. So when we get our kids to go out to the park, that they have that kind of shirt. This looks very professional, very, upfront, but for our kids, it may be a little bit too stiff.
So, no, thank you for asking that question. And I failed to mention, and as I mentioned, there are a variation of program logos, as you mentioned, that have been somewhat adopted over time, but not officially presented to you all as council. There are some, again, program logos that have been refreshed and redesigned within community services specifically, to your point, that will be utilized and approved and brought to you all for official approval. And we would utilize a lot of these. Another logo that I can think of, I call it a division logo, would be like, say, for instance, aquatics. I never knew that there was a fish that was utilized as the logo, right?
Yes.
For that. And so we didn't want to lose that representation and marketing, but we did want to refresh it because it was a bit outdated. I want to say maybe the 80s or 90s that it was created. So there is a refreshing of the of that particular logo and other division logos that are going to be brought to you all and presented. We wanted to get this official document, just deals with the seal and the marketing logo, so staff can begin to make their orders or place their orders for uniforms and things of that nature. So that's why you see this very professional, but yet simple, to the point, marketing, or city seal and marketing logos. But to your point, these marketing and program logos will be brought back to you, refreshed, and only those, again, would be utilized. And anytime a department wants to either create or initiate one, they have to bring it through the department, and we would bring it to council for your approval so it could be officially adopted to be part of this particular style guide package. And so that's what we will be bringing back to you very shortly.
Okay.
Thank you. Personally, I have a problem with all these different logos. I really do. We're one city, one team. And as I went through looking at all these different logos, they can put something on the back of their shirt to identify them. But when you're talking about we are one, we are the city of Carson. And we only need one official logo for me. Because I've seen several running around. Everybody's doing their own thing. We're the city of Carson. Now, what you put on the back of your T-shirt to bring kids in, like summer day camp, a little fish or something like that, that's different. But if you're trying to bring everyone under one umbrella, you only need one official logo. Okay, what they do outside, because we even saw different shirts, and I'm saying, what is all this going on? They came up with their own colors. And if you have all these different logos from the different departments, you're going to be gone one day, somebody else, and you're going to have the same hodgepodge again. And that's what we have going on. So my
Right.
recommendation is that we keep our official logo, and for these specialized events, summer day camp, aquatics, is that you do something because those are transitional, but that logo, when you walk in the park, you know you're the city of Carson.
Madam Mayor, my request in that is to identify something that's official. And I didn't see that in this report.
Yeah.
So to look at something that is official, that's going to be representation of the entire city. So my concern was to make sure that we included everything that we do in our community and within our departments, because if you do one for summer day camp, you do one for early childhood, you do one for our aquatics program, to making sure that we have the same thing in place that's official and representation of the city. Currently, we have, like we said, it's hodgepodge, but to identify one that has everything recreational, and as the mayor stated, it could be on the back, but I just wanted to make sure that we identify when we have these kids out here that we are able to identify. Now, we talked about colors. That was one of the things that really I put into place, because when you go on field trips and everybody has the same white T-shirt on, nobody could identify their kids. I was criticized by doing Caltrans orange. When they went to Knoxberry Farm, everyone knew when you see a Caltrans orange shirt on a kid, that was a Carson kid. Mighty funny, the very next year, Boys and Girls Club in Buena Park, you had them, and then all of them started using different color shirts to identify their kids, because everybody used the same color. So it made it easier to identify the kids, because I didn't want to lose a kid, not one, on any of the field trips. So that was the reason behind that.
And it said day camp.
Yes, it
The
did.
logo was the same. It said Summer Carson, Kids Club, Carson, whatever. The colors are important for the young people. The logo is official. So I hear what you're saying, but we just...
Madam Mayor, if I can just add to making the distinction between what staff wears as part of uniform, whether they're day camp or field staff on maintenance side, or even here at City Hall, versus what program participants are wearing.
Okay.
Yeah. So what you are looking at here in Style Guide is really referencing staff.
Thank you.
Yeah, and the other stuff is stuff that folks like Director Whitaker and others will work with City Manager's office on.
And that's the participants. Thank
Correct.
you for clarifying that. Okay. Let's see. Councilwoman.
Oh, I'm going to throw everyone off right now. I love everything. Great job. I just have a question. Can I add on there's a connector on the diamond. Can I add a rhinestone on that to make it shine? Would I be violating anything if I did that on a shirt? If I added a rhinestone right at the tip?
Well, unfortunately, without your colleagues' approval, yes. You're altering our city seal that the council you included to approve. So, right. And that's a great point, Councilwoman. I appreciate that, because honestly, people are excited about our seal already and have been utilizing it themselves, but they've been altering it the way they think they want it to be. And we appreciate the excitement of it, but there is a point where we don't want people to think that this is coming from the city of Carson and someone else is doing their own event or their own activities and utilizing our seal, but it's being adjusted or tweaked. And so that's why it's important that we stick to the actual process and style guide.
Okay. Thank you. Councilman Deere.
Yeah, thank you. I have some similar concerns as my colleagues. First, I'd like to address the multiple colors. You have primary colors and you have secondary colors. I appreciate the consistency, and I agree with the mayor. We should be very consistent, so that when someone sees it at first glance, they already recognize we're talking about the city of Carson, California, not Carson City, Nevada, not something else. So one thing is, I think there's too many color variations in the city logo and city seal. So secondly, I believe that the city seal should be more official looking. And I also believe that the process of getting to this point should be from the residents of the city of Carson. It should be bottom up instead of top down. And this is kind of like, the people in charge said, oh, this is what we're going to do, and we're going to do it. I would rather have an open process. In addition to that, the marketing logo, I'm, as an English teacher, I don't really like a letter replaced by a symbol. I know that's done in advertising sometimes, sometimes political advertising and marketing of products, but it's to me it's not a good thing to show young people. That's not a letter. And so for those various reasons, I'm going to not support this agenda item tonight, but I'm sure it's going to pass anyway. So I just wanted to express those sentiments. People have asked me about the difference between the logo and the city logo and the city seal. I said, well, it's going to come out publicly what the seal would be, what the marketing logo would be. And now we have it tonight. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Again, thank you, staff, for all your hard work. I'd like to make a motion to waive further reading and adopt resolution number 25063, a resolution of the City Council of Carson, California, and adopting an official style guide as the standard for all marketing and communication materials produced or on behalf of the city. Introduced for first reading by title only and waive further reading ordinance number 252511, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Carson, California, adding section 4130, adoption of city seal and logo, to and amending section 4131, use of city seal restrictions, section 4132, use of city seal exceptions, section 4133, city seal commercial use of, section 4134, what is that? Thank you, contacts. Imitation of city seal prohibited, of chapter 1, prohibited conduct offenses of article, public piece of the Carson Municipal Code to informally adopt new city seal and city logo and expand regulations concerning use of the city seal to apply to the city logo.
Second.
I got it.
Always.
It's been moved and properly second. Any further discussion? Hear none, cast your vote. Madam City Clerk.
Madam Mayor, the motion carries.
Thank you. Item number, what are we on, 48? 48, Mr. City Manager.
Madam Mayor, I'll take care of reading it while City Manager's computer's restarting. The City Council is being requested to approve ordinance number 25-2509, which will amend the city's existing regulations to revoke or deny business licenses for businesses under criminal investigation. And I believe we do have staff here in case there are questions. Director Jefferson is also available should you want additional staff report on it.
Yes, we do. Quick and dirty.
Good evening, Madam Mayor, Council. This agenda item is just allowing us to be able to revoke a business license to anyone that are being under criminal investigation. Just to give you guys an example, we had some massage parlors that had illegal activity. And at that point, we couldn't revoke their license because we didn't have an ordinance in place. So now we're asking you all to put an ordinance in place. So if something like this happens again, we'll be able to revoke their license.
Massage parlor, huh? Is, is there a report?
I did want to give a real example.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Did you personally investigate that yourself? Make sure they're above board.
Okay, staff.
Madam Mayor, members of council, shortly after I came here to the city of Carson, which was this past June, we had a couple of detectives from local law enforcement visit us and trying to shut down some of these businesses that was going on. It was pretty messy what was going on, very disturbing. But basically, we did not have any kind of code in our to revoke their licenses. As long as they paid their licenses and they're paid in full, they could operate while they were being investigated. So this is basically going to give the city a little more power to revoke these businesses that are conducting this illegal activity. And it's not just for massage parlors, it's for pretty much any kind of business that might be conducting under any kind of criminal activity.
The way this reads, it says they're under criminal investigation.
Correct. So right now we have language that says after they've been convicted of a crime, but some of these activities that were going on were actually had to do with human trafficking.
Yeah, I'm here. Okay, but the way this reads is you can revoke it if they're under criminal investigation. If they're not under criminal investigation, you can't revoke them if you go and you know it's illegal activity going.
Well, we have a relationship with the local law enforcement, the sheriff's department, and so we do contact. They contact us, and we contact them if we do suspect something, and they start investigating. So we will take it from that point forward. We also have experience in the past, Madam Mayor, that we do have businesses that get denied either through planning or through us, and then they come back with say a brother-in-law or say a cousin who has a clean record, but yet later on we find out that they're being denied by the different state boards.
Okay. Well, I was just spinning off this under criminal investigation because if I'm not under criminal investigation, my license won't be revoked.
And so that's why we would ask for the sheriff's help in this. So yeah, we do have that open door with them. I was surprised how many businesses were under criminal investigation when they came up, and how many more they were looking into. So,
well, we may have to tweak that later. Dr. Hilton.
Yeah, I had a challenge with the investigation. What if you're under investigation but you're not convicted? So what is the innocent to proven guilty? It's people who are under investigation for suspicion of, but it's not that they have done those. So I got a little challenge with this. I think it needs to maybe some rewording or because people can be under investigation and not a criminal at all. So immediately, if you say, "Oh, they seen you this," let's say, "Oh, this person's under investigation," and you cancel their license because of that. So I don't know if we need to. I don't know if this is of an urgent matter, but I think we have to kind of rework it. What about innocent to proven guilty?
we can just to let you know, Councilman, that some of these investigations are still going on, and while we couldn't shut them down, the deputies did follow up with us and said there's additional criminal activity going on with them. Even though they were, even though they were supposed to be closed and so forth, they would show up undercover and they would, do more bust and just they'll reopen the door the next day.
So I just
they arrested.
Yeah.
So, Dr. Hilton, perhaps the language can be updated. We can chat with the city attorney about updating it to state upon conviction or something to that sort. Or if there's an ongoing investigation, that the staff have the ability to essentially coordinate with the sheriff's department. Should they tell us that there's a reason why they shouldn't be issued a business license, that we incorporate that into the ordinance so that it's...
Or maybe not under investigation. You can just put if there's criminal activity.
Sure.
Opposed to, if you know it's criminal activity in this place, they don't have to be under investigation. We shouldn't have to wait on the police to shut them down if there's criminal activity going on in a particular place. If they're licensed for one thing and they're doing 20 other things, maybe so it won't be so broad because, like I said, people can be investigated and not have anything done. Maybe if it is suspected, if it's known criminal activity, and once we have the justification or once we have covered our bases to make sure that we're in the clear, we have the right and the ability to shut you down.
And we did include language to state it was criminal activity in there specifically for that reason. Because we don't want to shut businesses down just because we suspect something. It's because it's known either through the local law enforcement or something higher. That's why we had that language in there. It was specifically for those types of businesses and activities.
Councilman Deere.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Yeah, in concept, this sounds like really a good ordinance, but along with Councilman Hilton, I do have concern about people who are innocent being punished unfairly. Is there anything in the ordinance? I looked through it, but I didn't read every word of the staff report. It's really thick staff report tonight, this meeting. So is there any, like case in point, this is hypothetical, a smoke shop allegedly sells tobacco to someone underage, but it's found, the investigation finds they didn't do that. And we already revoked their license, costing them money, maybe putting them out of business. Is there any compensation for someone that we took their license unfairly from?
We would reinstate their license if it was something like that. But
they could sue us, but we don't want lawsuits. We have enough lawsuits against the city now. We don't need any more. So I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, so we wouldn't take action just on our own. We would wait for actually the law enforcement, the sheriff, to inform us of what's going on, and then we would move it up the ladder. This wouldn't be just like a sole staff member's decision to make that. It wouldn't be my decision. It would be something we'd discuss with our directors and also with the city manager before we would take any kind of action to move up to that, in order to deny somebody or revoke their license. But if it comes out that something was completely different, then that's a different story. But we will be very cautious even to approach that to begin with.
Because in Carson, people accuse you of things falsely. It's very common in Carson. So someone who's mad at the owner could report, they sold something to a 17-year-old or something, and tobacco or something like that. And then they're investigated, and they're under investigation by the city of Carson, and then they could be shut down with this ordinance. So you think the city will not shut them down, even though the ordinance says to shut them down, unless the district attorney or the sheriff's department has a finding?
We will wait until there are charges brought up on them. We wouldn't just take it just on a tip or anything like that. We will wait until there are charges brought up, and we would run it through the directors and the city manager in order to get this confirmed, and through the law enforcement. We wouldn't just take action just on the spur of the moment.
So to reiterate my question, you're not avoiding the question. I understand you're answering it very clearly, and I appreciate that. But I want it to be clear that, could this ordinance have any compensation, or can the city have a policy to compensate someone who was unfairly, victimized by the city?
We don't have that language in there. I haven't seen any kind of language of that in our municipal code. But it's something we could discuss further down the road.
Well, maybe something that staff could bring back to the
Yeah,
council.
I would like
in
the city
future.
attorney to
Thank
look
you.
at this. Have you seen this ordinance, Madam City Attorney?
Let me, I'm sorry, I was downstairs at section. I believe Ben Jones has looked at it. I personally haven't, but Ben Jones has.
Madam Mayor, can I ask the city attorney the same
Yes.
question? Okay, so hypothetical situation, there's a smoke shop, which has been accused of selling, say, tobacco products to someone underage. That could spark a criminal investigation or an investigation, because it doesn't say, does it say criminal
It
investigation
says
only?
criminal investigation.
Well, okay, so suppose there's a criminal investigation and it finds that there's really no law broken. They really did not do that. Do we have any way of compensating the business owner if we punish them unfairly? Like we took their license away, maybe putting them out of business. And then we found we were wrong.
Well, this says, okay, well, typically, I mean, that happens all the time, that you suspend business licenses, you take it away because there is, the city has discretion through its land use powers to do that if there is an activity that the city finds to have been illegal. And I have to apologize, I was doing the trial prep going up and down, so I didn't hear the bulk of the discussion. But if your question is, if we revoke someone's license and then it turns out that they had not done anything criminal, you can always reinstate their license. And are you asking me the city council wants to somehow
Well, I think
retribute?
No, that was the councilman saying that because they could be put out of business. But I think I'd like you to look at it again. And
We
bring
can
it back.
continue it so I can
And
look at it.
continue it because it says under criminal investigation, their license could be revoked. I understand about the, did you say that was human trafficking?
Yes.
Okay. And I think we need to identify those activities that
I
would
understand.
warrant an
More
immediate.
specific.
Yeah, because this is general.
Yeah. Madam Mayor, my only question I ask to staff is what other cities, because we're not the only city that has this ordinance, and what other cities, what are their ordinance and how it reads in relationship? Because, I mean, if it's a massage parlor or whatever it might be, they're in other communities besides Carson. So what would be, I mean, to bring that back or to use that as a leverage or a boilerplate?
We'll look at it. Mr. Raymond just explained the council's concern. We'll look at it, Mayor, and we'll bring
Okay,
it back.
so I'm going to continue this item without any objection.
Not for me.
Item number 49 is consider contested and uncontested appointees. Councilman Deere, did you know you had an opening on the Economic Development Commission?
Yeah, I know. I talked to the gentleman, and I'm going to put a new person on, but not tonight.
Okay.
Thank you.
Councilwoman Rojas.
Yes, I do have addition on the Senior Citizen Advisory Commission. Dr. Bradshaw?
Yes.
The Senior Citizen Advisory Commission.
You'd like
I'd
to add someone?
to appoint Ernestine Leverett.
Ernestine.
She's an alternate, so I'm just moving her up.
Okay.
Okay, and then I have another one under the,
Moving her from an alternate to a regular.
yes. And then the Measure C.
Okay.
I'll move up Lisa Cottrell, Fulbright. So alternate up to regular. That's it for now.
Thank you.
Public Relations Commission, I have an opening on Parks and Rec, an alternate position. I can just move from the Public Relations, Freddie Gomez, Madam City Clerk, over to the vacant alternate position and let his position come.
On Parks and Rec or on Public
There's-
Relations?
I want to move Freddie Gomez because he can't make the meetings to the Parks and Rec alternate number 2.
From public relations.
So that position will become vacant, and then I can move up the alternates. And
We'll post the vacancy for
public
relations tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
So Freddie Gomez will move over to Parks and Rec so he can attend some meetings. And I think those are my recommendations. The Councilwoman, hers does not need to be voted upon, but mine does, because she gets one uncontested. So my recommendation is to move.
Motion to approve mayor's recommendation.
To move and properly.
I'm sorry.
Oh, Lord.
Public safety, she's not available. Let's hold that vote. Public safety is, don't be laughing. Where's my public safety? Public safety, Aisha Childs, she's not able to attend meetings. She's my alternate number 3. Remove her. So those are my 2.
I just add that to my motion.
Okay.
Okay, so the original motion will stand with the,
Friendly amendment.
Okay.
okay. Just waiting on 2 more, mayor and councilwoman vote.
To vote.
Oh.
It's unanimous. Madam Mayor, it carries. Motion carries.
Thank you. Item number 50. Mr. City Manager's second reading of adoption of ordinance number 252508, amending section 2301 of Article 2 of the Carson Municipal Code regarding determination of council members' total wages, compensation, and total retirement and health contributions.
Second.
Hey.
Motion. Second read. Yeah.
No, I have a little conversation here. Some time ago, 2 years ago, because we didn't give ourselves a raise, the request was made to include the city clerk and his city treasurer. They'd be on the same level as we were. When we got a raise, they would get a raise. They would be tied to the city council. That was a request about 2 years ago.
It was.
That was a request, and it never happened, and we decided that's what we were going to do. Because they were not getting the raises that our staff, but they could be tied to what we as city council will get because they're elected officials. And I would like to, can I amend this motion tonight, or do I need to bring it back?
You would have to bring it back, sorry. It's a whole different resolution, and we would have to make, for their protection and make sure that they get in CalPERS and they get their benefits, we would have to bring it back.
Well, we'd like it brought back at the next council meeting. A resolution.
It'll be an amendment to this one.
That could be a resolution of its own.
Yeah, Madam Mayor, it is actually
It makes more
already-
sense, too.
Yeah, they have a separate resolution for their positions that separate from city council.
Well, what is their it's supposed to be tied to ours, their salary.
It has similar language in it, yes. Just to clarify too, both incumbents, they actually assumed the seats prior to those resolutions being drafted.
Okay, well-
So their pay range is already higher than what, for example, council is.
Well, it's not the council. Well, I know that. We don't make anything. It's to give them a raise like everyone else, not the council, a COLA, cost of living, based upon what we're getting.
Understood,
Okay,
yes.
so could we bring that back? Could you tweak it and bring it back, or work with our city clerk to make sure it's on the next council agenda? Is it?
Yeah, I think the only point to make here is that the salaries and wages of the clerk and treasurer are set by resolution, whereas the council's is set by ordinance. So 2 separate. Okay,
Yeah, I
I just want to make sure
understand.
you know that they're 2 separate. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
But tonight we'll approve this, and then y'all mix them all in together.
Yes.
Right. Because this is the second reading. We don't want to go
This is the
back
second
first,
reading.
second, third.
And if someone doesn't want these contracts,
No, I was just asking. I was just asking. So I'll make that motion. Or do you already made it, Cedric? I
already made
second Cedric's motion.
okay.
But
Move
this, we should tie them together in the future, but bring their ordinance back on the next meeting.
Thank you. It's been moved and properly second. Who made the motion?
Me,
Okay. Who seconded it?
Hilton.
Okay, let's go vote.
Madam Mayor, the motion carries.
And I have a question. Councilman Deere has voted no on this. Is there any way that he could be separated? I mean, on these benefits, he doesn't want them. He's voted no. Like on the medical benefits and all that.
Only if he elects to do so.
Oh, really? But
Yes,
he just elected when he said no.
Well, I guess let me
Lack
rephrase
of
that then.
understanding of the law.
He would have to put in writing that he does not want to receive additional benefits or additional compensation.
I'm not worried about the compensation because that's according to our charter, but these other benefits that he's voting no on, if he votes no, he shouldn't. I voted no.
Madam Mayor, the body of the city council, when the majority acts, it's a collective decision for the item. If you had tried to pass a resolution, if you want to go back and reconsider the whole thing and pass a resolution that exempts what council member from certain benefits, I mean, I would have a problem with that. I don't think that that would be a appropriate way of doing it, but at least your resolution would address it. Right now, you have a resolution that's for all the council members. You can't just say it doesn't apply to him because he voted no. 3 members voting yes means the resolution, which applies to everybody, passes.
I understand that. That's not what I'm asking you.
Yeah, Madam Mayor, only, again, it would have to be.
Okay, let's not.
Okay.
Okay, the motion passes. Don't force me to take something I don't want. What's the next one?
51.
51. Mr. City Manager.
This is your second reading, Madam Mayor and Council, for the adoption of ordinance number 25-2505, repealing and replacing section 4105, illegal dumping of the Carson Municipal Code, and approve the administrative citation fines to be assessed for violations of the city's illegal dumping ordinance.
Okay, it's second reading, so.
Madam Mayor, I just want to make sure that this actually had the additional the fines, higher fines.
Who what?
That's correct. Yes, sir.
Okay. Conduct the second reading by title only and with full reading waive and adopt ordinance number 25-2505. An ordinance of the City Council of the City, California, repealing and replacing section 4105, illegal dumping on the Carson Municipal Code, and approve the administrative citation fees to be assessed for violations of the city's illegal dumping ordinance.
Second.
Moved and probably second. Any discussion? Hearing none, cast your vote.
Madam Mayor, the vote is unanimous. Motion carries.
Woohoo. All communications for matters not listed on the agenda, Madam City Clerk.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I have 5 cards.
Oh, Jesus.
4 cards. Nancy Rusas.
Hi, Nancy. No, it's not late. We're getting out of here.
Good evening,
Hi.
Nancy. You have 3 minutes.
Thank you. Good evening, Mayor, Council. Unfortunately, I'm here once again to mention that the AFSCME represented part-time employees still have not received their state-mandated minimum wage increases that should have gone into effect on January 1st. They've been waiting for 5 months for these increases. However, the City Council approved AFSCME's new full-time MOU on April 1st. On April 17th, just 2 weeks later, full-time employees received their 6% COLA pay increases on their paycheck. Just 1 week after that, full-time employees received their retro checks. How does this happen? Why have the part-timers not received their state-mandated minimum wage hourly rate increases? When will they get their retro checks? This is a serious labor law violation if the city is paying less than $16.50 an hour to our part-time members. At this point, I don't know what excuse the city could have that could explain how full-time employees receive their pay increases in 2 weeks while part-timers are still waiting for 5 months. How many times have I heard this council body say how much they appreciate the work our part-time employees do, and they know that our part-time employees are the backbone of the Community Services Department, and they're the reason the city is able to provide all the special events that the Carson community enjoys. But I guess it's time for the council to take whatever actions necessary to make sure these valuable employees are made whole. Thank you.
Thank you. Next.
Richard Biss.
Richard is here. Hello.
Mr. Biss, you'll have 3 minutes.
Good evening, Mayor Davis Home, Mayor Pro Tem Cedric Hicks, and council members. I would like to briefly report the environmental prevention work that I've been doing to prevent youth access to substances at local pharmacies, liquor stores, and smoke shops. With our pharmacy, I'm working with them to make a difference by telling their clients to secure the medication, not share the medication, and simply dispose their unused and expired medication. And the pharmacies include CVS Pharmacy and Walmart Neighborhood Market Pharmacy. Second, with our liquor stores, they are doing their part to prevent underage drinking in Carson by committing not to deliver to underage drinkers. Finally, our smoke shops. I've been visiting all of the smoke shops in Carson to figure out what they're selling beyond tobacco products and smoking equipment. And as it turns out, all of the Carson smoke shops sell cannabis, edibles, drinkables, kratom, which are synthetic opioids, industrial hemp-derived products, which is similar to cannabis sativa. So I hope that we can create an ordinance of some kind to monitor the smoke shop, to limit the number of smoke shops in one area, third, to make the permits conditional, very important. So hopefully we can take some of these products like hemp and create them off the shelf. So thank you so much for hearing my comments.
And thank you, Richard, for hanging in here to let us hear those comments. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Biss. Our next speaker, Madam Mayor, is Martha Torres. Okay. Looks like Ms. Torres may have left. And last but not least, Brandy Lewin. Hi, Brandy. Good evening.
Hi, Dr. Bradshaw. How are you this evening?
Doing well. You have 3 minutes.
Thank you kindly. Good evening, Madam Mayor and Mayor Pro Tem Cedric Hicks, my councilman, Dr. Juwan Hilton, Councilman Jim Deere, and Councilwoman Arlena Rojas. Thank you for your time. My name is Brandy Lewin, and I appreciate the opportunity to speak before you. There's 3 items that I want to talk to you about today. The first one is I want to share my personal experience regarding my windshield. You guys know I've talked about this over and over and over again. It was fixed and I was paid out. The thing that I am concerned about is that I had to pursue legal action, return to court for an appeal, and after that, RJ Noble issued a check. This was a year's time frame. And I believe that we need to look at policy as it pertains to how we take care of the residents with concerns like this, especially if we're having plans in place. And I'm looking at you, Dr. Rogers, for a reason. for repaving and revamping, because if those things are going to be good and we're going through a year's time for something to come out of it, that's not a good look for residents. I felt like it was a small person against a big company, and I don't think any resident should feel like that. So I've been to the Public Works Commission and I have addressed my concerns. I will be back to them, and my hope is that we can come up with a fund or something in place so that if there is something that takes place due to construction that we are doing as a city, that we take ownership of that and no one has to wait for a year and feel like their back is against the wall. My second comment is support for the Disabilities Commission. I want to address the Disabilities Commission. While I am incredibly grateful to Brian, CAC, and KW for stepping up, it's clear that they are stretched thin. Brian recently let me know that he's no longer able to help with the agenda or the notes, and understandably so, given their many responsibilities. This commission is gaining momentum. We've gotten support from the President Carlos Benavidez from the Los Angeles County Commission on Aging and Disabilities. We also have 9 people who are on who have disabilities and who are giving their input on this. So it's really important that we have support on this and we ensure we have proper infrastructure to support this work. This means either allocating additional staff or exploring a contract with Murdoch Community and Care Services for support because it takes resources and time. We're not far from presenting our progress in July for Disabilities Awareness Month. And with the support of leaders like President Benavidez, I believe we'll be fully prepared with what we're creating for the Disabilities Commission. I'm happy to present a draft at the council meeting if we do want to consider a contract, but I need help in this. There's got to be some support, so I'm asking council for your help on that. And then lastly, I'm going to give my comments to someone else. Can I put another comment card in? Because this is a really crucial one. Or can I have some people stand up for me to extend the time? Mayor?
2 minutes.
You'll give me 2 more minutes? Thank you kindly. I appreciate that. Lastly, and this is the most urgent reason I'm here tonight, the strip mall at University in Avalon. While it's exciting to hear that Sprouts will be coming in, I want to raise a red flag about the current state of tenant relations at the property. Multiple tenants have reached out. As you know, we have a community task force for concerns of this, expressing serious concerns. The owner has been non-responsive, has not handled tenant improvement, and appears to be pressuring existing tenants out. There have been break-ins, safety issues, and public indecency incidents, yet these businesses are being left in the dark. I understand that the city may not directly control landlord-tenant relationships, but when public tax dollars are involved, and I appreciate the council for stepping up, I want to say this publicly, accountability is essential. We need to ensure that longstanding businesses who serve this community are protected and able to benefit from the improvements being made. So if we're getting a Sprouts coming in and we've had some businesses that have been there for quite some time, we'd like to see them benefit as a business and as a community. Thank you for your time, council. I would appreciate your guidance on how to follow up on these items, particularly the next steps around a budget for the Disabilities Commission and how we might formalize a construction program, along with supporting our businesses who've been with us for quite some time. I remain committed to working alongside you. I'm grateful to work alongside of each of you. This is a great city, the jewel of the South Bay, and I look forward to continuing the dialogue respectfully.
Thank you, thank you. Before you leave, the field rep, Brian, I think you need to discuss that with Councilman Deere. I've just never known that a field rep says he doesn't have time to do anything. So I think that conversation should be with Councilman Deere, because it was decided here that he would be the staff person along with KW to assist you. So I think you guys need to sit down and have a chit chat.
Okay, I'm happy to do that.
Thank you.
Madam Mayor? Okay, my council aide, Brian Legaspi, I believe he has excellent attendance
Excellent,
record.
excellent.
He's been at, I think, every single meeting.
Yes.
And that's not true with the other council aides.
That is true.
So he's essentially working more than the other council aides. And since this hasn't been officially recognized as a committee or commission, I'm going to jump ahead a little bit. I'm going to ask for this to come onto the agenda maybe in July for the city council to make a decision to officially create a commission or a committee or something to give these wonderful citizens that are meeting on their own time, volunteering their time and energy and talents to help the people with disabilities, which there are many of in our community. So I'll mention it again when we come to council members' request to add items to the future agendas, but I think we should move ahead with this. Thank you.
Thank you. I think at the time we had said that, Brandy, that you was going to bring back a boilerplate or an outline that you'd be working with Councilman Deere, and at that time we would decide, but it would not be a commission. We would come up with an ad hoc committee to work.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes,
it's
I
already
agree.
been moved.
It was going to be an ad hoc committee of the
Exactly,
Human
and you were
Relations
supposed to
Commission.
come up with some parameters and some guidelines and work with the staff, and you'd fall up under the umbrella of the Human Relations Commission.
That is correct, and I'm
Thank
in
you.
agreement with that.
Thank you.
My concern, if I may, is just the support. He's right. Brian has been to all the meetings. He's done the notes and the agenda. My concern is if he can't do that anymore, who that leaves the weight on. And we have meetings every other Thursday. This Thursday, the meeting is dedicated solely to President Benavidez from the Los Angeles County and Aging Disabilities Commission. And I feel that we owe him that respect for him coming in and assisting us. So I'm not in any disagreement with anything that's said. If it needs to be brought back on the agenda for us to figure out staff, I'm happy with that. My biggest concern is just making sure that there's support. And then we also want to have someone online with us who can help with direction, if you will. Rubik has joined us, which I'm grateful for as well. However, we're starting a blueprint of something that I don't have much experience in, but I'm happy to jump in on it because we need it. We need it. So I just need a solution at this point, if you will, just because if not, that kind of leaves me in a position to where there isn't support in the area where we need it most to create the disabilities. And again, it is committee as an ad hoc under the Human Relations Commission. And we agree with that. We need that mentorship to get us rolling and get us going. I don't know if it needs to be brought back on the agenda so that we can discuss it being something formal for them to for us to have.
I think
the
it should,
support.
but I'm just one of 5
Well,
council
I've already
members.
said what we were going to do, so I'm not bringing it back until you bring me an outline, somebody. So we need to work out how you're going to get that outline. But I can assure you it will not come back because we've already said what we were going to do. You in agreement? I'm in agreement. Now it sounds like you need some staff support.
Yes, ma'am. And
Okay.
and we are on. I want you to know we are on track with the
Thank
outline.
you. Yeah,
We've given a 12-week deadline, and we've done what we said that we would do. We want to bring it back in July when it's Disabilities Pride Month.
Okay, when you get ready to bring it back, you have everything done, let me know and I'll put it on the agenda.
Okay. In the interim, where are we with staff support?
Madam Mayor, through the mayor to Brandy, Brian can still attend the
And
meetings.
it's not
but
on the agenda,
he-
so we can't discuss it to the degree that we are. I'm gonna refer you to our city manager.
Okay.
And see if he can help you with a solution, but right
So
now.
as I was saying when I was rudely interrupted, he can still attend the meetings, okay? And he just has a commission already. He's actually the staff member who's assigned to another commission that already exists. So that I don't want him to have 2.
I hear that.
Thank you.
Mr. City Manager
Brandy,
Roberts, I will
off
speak with you.
record, he will talk to you,
Yes,
okay?
I got
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Because we don't want to be rudely interrupted. Okay, is that it for all communications?
That concludes oral
you.
communications, Madam Mayor. Thank you.
Council request to add items to the future agendas.
Madam Mayor, I have one. Ready? Okay, so there's 2 now. One is officially requesting that the Disabilities Commission or Committee be considered by the City Council to make it official so we can have staff help the committee become successful. Secondly, I'd like to have on a future agenda for the staff to come back at a future city council meeting, consideration of a monetary reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction in a cold case murder that took place in Carson a number of years ago. And the details of this can be given to the staff by the CEO of Justice for Murdered Children, LaWanda Hawkins. Thank you.
That's all. Okay, anyone else? I will.
Madam Mayor.
Yes,
I
Councilman
had,
Hicks.
I had two. One is to bring back a feasibility study or consideration for the establishment of the Carson School District.
Yes, Mayor Pro Tem, just to clarify, because I know we had that conversation. So we did have research done on it, and there was not the feasibility study done.
Okay.
Just as an update. So that's why I couldn't provide any information. But we have that. We'll definitely get looking into it.
Okay. And then
Mr. City Manager, also remind my colleagues, just a second, that the request, it goes through the two-step process if I put it on.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And my second one is the facade improvement program, to bring back an update on where we are with our facade improvement program. I know that we have many strip malls in our community, and some of them have been done, but most of them have not been done. So just wanted to bring that back, and possibly some renderings and maybe a budget cost that may be associated with doing those strip malls. And Madam Mayor, based on time, there's two things. I want to make sure the street lights are still out on Delamo between Tillman and Avalon. They still have not been repaired. It's still dark. And then the successor agency signage that we have on our property needs to be updated with the new configuration of the council
Oh, you?
and in proper order. And three things, I did go to our e-waste that we had. Even in the rain, the lines were long around City Hall. So our residents in the city of Carson, whether it's raining or not, they had to get rid of some trash. So they got rid of the e-waste and paper shredding that was done on that day. And finally, I just want to thank Venice Clinic for their support on the fruits and vegetable giveaway that we did on the 18th at Callis Park. We actually fed over 300 families on that day. And big thanks to CAC Lee for helping me get that in place. And my final one is on May the 23rd. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. The city of Carson is putting on its Mental Health Matters on May the 23rd from 9 until 1 at the Carson Community Center. Please come out. It's free. Get information on mental health awareness, techniques, breathing techniques, whatever you need to be mentally fit in this new age. And it's on May the 23rd from 9 until 1 over at the Carson Community Center. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Dr. Hilton.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I would like to see if we can add an agenda item to get an engineer study for the Central and University. Is there an engineer study? Because it has to be some, maybe we can do a four-way signal or something like that. I wanted to make sure.
You're already doing that.
Okay. Central and University.
Like left turn signals?
Yeah.
However, whatever will mitigate.
You can send Hilton the same email you guys sent to me about that traffic signal in the process, because I wanted to.
Okay. All right. I just want to put it on the record for my constituents. If you're working on it, just say that.
Yeah, it's currently I believe that's at 90% design completion right now, that the signal is, so.
Okay. Second of all, there is a street sign on Penrod that has been turned upside down. It has become a hazard. It's a place that's a nuisance over there. They're hanging clothes outside their windows and stuff like that. I would address it with to public safety. I did address it, but I wanted to make sure my resident knew I was addressing it. They got clothes hanging out their window. And then also, I would like to say that we won't have a meeting on the 20th. We'll have a meeting on the 21st. I'm not stealing your thunder, Mayor, if you weren't going to say that, but we won't have a meeting on the original Tuesday, which is the 20th. And that's my mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. We won't have a meeting on the 20th. We'll have a meeting on the 21st, so for every resident that knows that. And then I want to wish a special, this is going to be my closing remarks, Happy Mother's Day to every mother out there, especially to the mothers in Carson, particularly my mother, but also want to say happy birthday to our Madam Mayor. It is her birthday on Sunday.
Mother's Day.
On Mother's Day. So just get her one gift, y'all. Just get her one gift. Just so we want to say happy birthday to the mayor.
Thank you. Happy birthday on Mother's Day.
One more update. I met with the new director of Lincoln Park Cemetery this afternoon.
Great.
They have finally turned it over to a caretaker, and that caretaker's information, we will make it available. If you call, I will make sure that they have it. It's going to be a slow process. It's still some level of bureaucracy to it, but there's one person taking care of it, and they will open up the office within the next couple of weeks where people can find out exactly where their loved ones is. Our new Senator, Laura Richardson, is working on a bill to make sure that private cemeteries don't end up like this anymore. It's our hope to try to restore some of the dignity and some of the pride back to the cemetery. So for all of you who are concerned about Lincoln Park Cemetery, who's been asking, we met today, and they're on the right track to be revived again.
Thank you, Councilwoman.
Yes, we attended SCAG this past weekend.
Yes, we
It was a
did.
great event, yes. They discussed LA 28. So for everyone out there that's watching, I think we need to create some kind of sign up for volunteers to be part of the City of Carson LA 28. So maybe if we can do that online and get people to join, because it's really coming up.
Yeah, we
Before
have
you know it.
We have a
Yes.
volunteer LA 28 volunteer committee. When I left to go to Paris, I think it's about 40, but we just need to come up with a venue, wait for other people to sign up. But there's
Yes.
already 40 signed up.
Yes.
Okay,
So
we just
we
need to
need
increase
more,
it.
and we need a vehicle, or not a vehicle, but a way for people online, which is probably easiest. Maybe add a Dropbox in our City of Carson website so they could join. And happy birthday, happy Mother's Day, and great weekend. So thank you.
And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. The councilwoman and I will be hosting a town hall meeting on Thursday, May 8th at Veterans Park at 6:30 to discuss basically what was in our State of the City address, and also some public safety issues, where we come from and where we're going. So it'll be at 6:30 at Veterans Park. The Juneteenth celebration is June 14th, 11 a.m. at Anderson Park. Great lineup, great lineup. It's a tribute to Frankie Beverly. We have someone that sings and looks just like him. So it's going to be great, and Big is going to be there, and others are going to be in attendance. To all of our residents, you have seen this. Public Services announces fireworks are illegal in the City of Carson. There are fines. For the first offense, it's $2,000. For the second offense, it's $3,000. And for the third offense, it's $5,000. Take this very seriously. We're implementing some safety measures to make sure that if you see something, say something, because you are the eyes and ears of this community. Dignity Health Sports Complex will be offering to our residents, they can go to Dignity at in a designated area free of charge to watch the fireworks. So you don't have to have them in your backyard, but we will be having a fireworks show at Dignity Sports Complex. And this will be going out throughout the city. These are hefty fines, and we have someone to go around and collect them. We've collected from last year. We still have some outstanding, but we have a collector that's going to be going around collecting these fines. So don't think you're just going to be fined and, oh, well, I'm fine. No, you'll be going to court. $2,000, $3,000, and $5,000. Fireworks are not allowed in the city of Carson. Even though TNT is doing an initiative, this year and next year, there are no fireworks in the city of Carson. If they are successful, that means you residents are okay. And if so, we'll see how that goes. But we're going to be doing an educational campaign. And I want to say I did a SCAG with my colleagues here to my right. It was a nice conference, and look forward to the next one. So, and Dr. Hilton wants to report out also.
I was there too, and I voted on behalf of the city. And I also want to say that my staff member missed this community disabilities meeting because we had a town hall meeting. So my staff member, he had been at the ones, but we had a town hall meeting, so he had to be at the priority first. Not that that wasn't a priority, but I just want to say that for the record, that he was with me.
All right, me.
So thank you.
And to the staff, thank you. We had a heavy agenda tonight, and we pushed through. Is it 10 o'clock yet? Oh, no.
Madam Mayor, I'm queued up.
And I want to thank the staff for all your hard work and making sure that everything went smoothly tonight, and to all the teams that came out. Just want to say thank you. Now, Councilman Deere.
Thank you. I also want to wish Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers and all the people that love their mothers. The other comment I have is about the Saturday. The Cinco de Mayo had a pre-event, and it had a 5K run and walkathon, and I represented the city council in that. I walked, not ran, the 5K, and then the Cinco de Mayo event itself at Carson Park. I want to compliment the city staff for organizing and conducting an excellent Cinco de Mayo this year. The park was in very, very good condition, and I think that's very big improvement over some years in the past when we had the issues. Those issues are now gone. We had more vendors than the past, and I want to city manager and his staff, Michael Whitaker and Michael, your staff at Carson Park, please pass on that they did a great job. Thank you.
Thank you, and I want to ditto that, and I want to say good night. Memorial adjournments. I'm sorry. I saw Sunny leaving. Memorial adjournments.
Madam Mayor, I have the list of names for memorial adjournment. Santiago de la Cruz, David W. White, Wallace Wally Wachi, George Castro, Eddie Jean Henderson Verrett, Pope Francis, Wanda Kilgore Williams, Deborah Miles Dixon, Francis Roberts, and Peter Albano Ramirez.
George Castro. Thank you. Dr. Hilton will have a prayer.
Madam Mayor.
She has one, she said.
Yes. Henry Conless Braff. Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Let's bow our heads. Father, thank you tonight. You heard every name that was mentioned. We pray that you bless these families. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, and good night.